to. He's been time.
Okay, okay. My lord, I've spent God knows how long trying to set up the stream. Oh my gosh. I get this new computer, the old one could hardly even live stream. And then beside that, even a compounding issue is time constraints. I get home, it's what 9:30 right now. It's still pretty late for most folks, but the earliest I've ever been able to get back home, basically, for several weeks at this point, is now. And I've been here for so long trying to figure out this whole thing. Oh my God, is it actually working? Let me see. Hold on. This live stream, that is. Hold on 1 second here. So let me go to my own channel and just see what's going on. So, is he live? Oh, maybe. There it is. Okay. Okay, cool. Finally. Okay, cool. Jesus Christ, dude, that was so difficult for me. But anyway, okay, enough about me. Anyway. All right, so I'm live. I really wanted to do it earlier, but obviously so busy. I'm a victim of this sort of life that I wrote myself into. But anyway, all right, let's relax. Holy shit. Dude, you guys don't understand. I had to like update my drivers on my AMD graphics card or something, and apparently there's some like glitch on OBS, which is the streaming platform or whatever, to where you need to deinstall the driver you have currently, like the good one purportedly, right? The updated thing that they're supposed to fix. Okay, now apparently they do this thing where they make you uninstall it and then update it with like an older version. So it's like if an app didn't work on your iPhone, so you had to go and get the iPhone 4S or some shit. It's like, oh my God. So, Jesus Christ. Now, insofar as insofar as everything's going on with the election, I mean, oh my gosh, it's been such a swamped area. But I did want to kind of like know what the streaming was like because I got remonetized since the last time I was live, and I wanted to make sure, in a particular sense, that I was able to make sure that everything worked hunky dory is what they call it. And yeah, so I'm very uptight right now because I'm trying to work out the technicalities of this all. But as the stream says, I voted today, and to be somewhat honest, I voted early in person, which I think a lot of Trump people have a problem with. Okay, and the issue with it apparently is that, oh my God, they're going to do something with your ballot. Look, whatever, whatever. At this point, if they do it, what am I going to do about it? Is what I'm thinking. Anyway, now getting to what I was trying to talk about in the first place, my phone is glitching too. It's not letting me select the right chats. Let me see. Go to live chat. Congrats on what, voting? Okay. Anyway, so what else? What else? I didn't really have a reason to stream. I just needed to get it out the way. I had to break the ice, get back into the mold of it, and I just finished speaking for like 2 hours at some other thing. And so, but this is a different thing because it's easier talking to dozens of people than it is actually talking to just the stream. Now, the reason why I say that is because I'm more easily able to reflect on like, wait, I shouldn't have said that sentence. So this is just me kind of breaking it in. If anybody's watching this right now and I'm not looking at the chat, you would have to bear with me, okay? Breaking in the shoes. You get new shoes, you got to break them in. It's fine. Like a glove. Now, let me see what I wanted to cover. I have so many bookmarks on Twitter. It's crazy. It's scandalous. Um, let me see the chat. Okay. Milk Cow says on monetization. Well, does it allow you to send super chats? I'm curious. I'm on my own account, so I can't tell. Does it allow you to do so? Because if not, then just tell me. I'm curious. That's huge. I honestly got remonetized what like 2 weeks ago or something, and I've made what like $100 in that time. So I think that's pretty exciting for me because I for so long was handicapped by not having a monetization option. I had to be like a ghetto peasant asking for cash apps. Not really, but you know, those helped. And anyway, chances of Trump getting 320 electoral votes as the emperor. I personally would say that he has not that great of odds. Well, actually, wait. Well, let's look at the map. Let's look at the map. Why not? Why not? I wasn't trying to get into politics today, but you know what? Screw it. Fine. Fine. It's like you get the Hooters employee out of the of the kitchen, and it's like make me wings, and it's oh okay, but fine, fine, fine. I'll cover the election a little bit. So let me share the screen somewhat, as obviously, why would I do it to myself? But holy dude, this app, this OBS app, like what I used to stream, I'm like, they updated it and it made it worse. What the fuck? Ah, Jesus Christ. Okay. It's kind of like Kamala, new generation. Same policies, garbage, even worse than Biden. No, oh, that was another thing. Biden had that huge scandal today with calling Trump supporters garbage, and I'm having a spasm right now. If you can't tell by my eyebrow movement, this chat like option on the side is really like, oh my god. Okay, sorry. Bear with me again. There's a reason why the trial run is a trial run. Okay, did I fix it? Okay, I did. Fuck! Oh my god, it broke. Sorry. Oh, oh my god. Might as well just use StreamYard, bro. Oh my god. Okay. Whew. All right, sharing the screen. Fuck it. All right, let's go. Um, there it is. Okay. Oh, and now I'm covering it. Okay. Whoops. There we go. What's up, Lalos? Is crucial account. Well, speaking of crucial account, I don't recognize the account name, but I don't know. Anyway, so let's get to the election. So the question was by the commenter, will Trump get, or the odds of Trump getting 320 electoral votes? So as you know, I've been a truther on the 312. What that refers to is that I think that Trump will likely sweep all seven of the conventional swing states. So that would include, in this case, if I can make Maryland the right sort of blue. Okay, there we go. Okay, bam, bam, bam. This is the hard part of getting on the website. It's just doing all this minutia. And for whatever reason, my mouse double clicks when it's supposed to single click. So like oftentimes it'll like screw up the shade, and I'm very autistic about the shades being a little off. Like, oh my god, like you see that, guys? Are you guys autist too? Like, Jesus, this is so hard for me. But wait 1 second as I do this. I'm really testing the attention spans of everybody. I watch streams on double speed, so if I were watching this, I'd be contemplating some very nasty things like that. Okay, anyway, so there. Okay, now Ohio red. We've got these states that are swing. This. Okay, so now it goes down to these seven, I believe. Okay, so you've got, man, those colors distract me like crazy. So you've got Michigan, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, North Carolina, Georgia, Arizona, and Nevada. Now, the thing about these seven is that Trump is leading in all of them, which is great. Michigan being the hardest sell, maybe Wisconsin, but yeah, probably Michigan. I think Trump wins all these, frankly, and that would get him to 312 electoral votes. Now, the thing about this, obviously, is that when you look at it one way, it's highly indicative that that there's not that many more states to really go into if you're Donald Trump. Now, granted, to get to 320, what state would he have to actually flip past that? So, the Emperor in chat, how would you suggest he gets to 320, or was 320 just a vague number you came up with? Okay, because again, what state has 8 electoral votes that he could actually win? I don't see any. Unless you're a genius and you're referring to Red Oregon, which is an inside joke from I think 5 years ago. Anyway, so let's look at this. Okay, so insofar as getting 320 electoral votes, as in will he win any other state? The likelihood of this is not very high, as it's pretty indicative, or it is. Did I say that right? Anyway, so Minnesota is a state that was pretty narrow in 2016 for Hillary. Now that was a sleeper, and in 2020, Biden won it by like 7. Just a vague number, says the Emperor. Okay, so like, how can he win a state past this? So let's encounter some scenarios here. So in New Hampshire, he's kind of close to winning there. It could be New Hampshire. It could be Minnesota. It could be Virginia. It could be New Mexico. And anything past that is nuts. People, when Biden was still in the race and he was senile and everybody saw it for what it was, you probably could say that, okay, maybe Trump's competitive in New Jersey, guy's competitive in different states such as that, but I don't think that's likely. And while I do think places like Delaware, Eastern Seaboard, what is it, Rhode Island, Maryland, I think they will get closer in this election. It's not going to be enough to really make a dent and change anything viscerally, especially when it comes down to who wins the Electoral College. Now, to win another state, I think let's just try to deduce which is the most likely to flip at this point. So I think it would be in this order. I think it would be Virginia, New Hampshire, Minnesota, then New Mexico. Anything past that is nuts, in my opinion. And if he does win anything other than those, then I think that, it's a tsunami, red tsunami. So at that clip, I just don't see him getting 320. Now, if he's winning 320, it'd be an early election. Because, for example, let's say he wins New Hampshire and he wins Virginia. They can just call the election with that. If they know he won New Hampshire, which is in the Eastern Seaboard, again, they call the election towards, right to left, like a Japanese comic or something, okay? So, anyway, if he wins New Hampshire, he'd win the election like within the same hour, kind of, depending on how they count the votes in those specific states. I haven't looked into it, but it's another crappy thing about election day is that everybody sees it at the super. Everybody sees it as the Super Bowl. An analogous comparison would be, yeah, obviously, like the one penultimate event. But the problem is that with the Super Bowl, you know who wins. Whereas, obviously, with this election, it could be very likely, kind of like what happened last time, that they don't call the election at midnight or whatever, like they did for Trump in 2016. It could very well be the case, like last time, where they're going to take upwards of a week to call it, which is nuts. And that really aggravates me, as obviously you would like to know exactly who won within the same night. Because think about it, you can play a drinking game, you can be around friends and family, all within the span of several hours, but you can't expect people to do a debate, election watch party for several days. I mean, this is just boring at that point. But let's catch up with the chat. So the Emperor, okay. Victoria Burgess says, "What's up, Lalo? Yo, what's up?" Dixon Hole says, "Lalo, if you, the fuck are you doing besides being distracted by BS?" I'm never, 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 and I say never, distracted by BS. I'm very productive to a fault, frankly. I have no free time. I can hardly play video games. I was trying to like do sports betting, but then I didn't have the free time to do that, so I don't want to lose my money. Which brings me to another thing. I was thinking about because it just got the legalization of betting on elections has really expanded in the past several weeks, and so I was thinking about maybe betting on the election itself. And if you look at this, there's a website that I found called Kalshi, and I told my friend about this, and apparently there's more websites that do the same thing. So I wonder what's the best website for this. But right now I have an idea, which is that obviously, like, if I put my money here, this would be great because I know a lot about politics that a lot of people obviously don't have that much of an interest in. But beside that, the people that are putting money in the election probably spend less time on it than I do. And so if that's the case, maybe I have a trump card, ironically enough, compared to these guys. And so at that point, I might be in a position to make a lot of money. The proof for this being the case is honestly that in 2021, I was 18 and I was able to make, I think I put in 20 bucks and I made about $200 on a combination of two separate things. So I think I bet on the Virginia gubernatorial election between Glenn Youngkin and Terry McAuliffe. But then I also won big because I spent money on a county in New Jersey for the gubernatorial race there. And so that was really good because I was able to make money on Virginia, which was ballsy on my end, and I won. But also in New Jersey, I mainly made that money not because I'm a savant, but just because I knew something about the election, and very few people did. And so when they had a county that was 3 points for Biden, and the Republican was performing a lot better than Trump, I just thought it was common sense. Like, hey, he'll do 10 points better than Trump in New Jersey. So if that's the case, then if you add 10 to this D+3 county, then it's going to be an R+7. And I don't recall what county it was, but it more than easily did exactly that. And so for that reason, I made that much money. And so this can happen to a smaller extent, as obviously the national races are way more covered than a gubernatorial race on an off year like 2021 in New Jersey, county level wise. And so, less of a multiplier effect. Obviously, I won't get 10 times what I put in, though I can probably triple what I put in. And that's what I'm really curious about. And I'll tell you what, let's read the chat here. So let me read the chat. Do you think Trump has a good chance to win the popular vote? See, I would try to read the chat on the right, but the box I have in the OBS, if you move it too much to one side, kind of like what's the old game that the people used to play with the stick? Pong, right? Pong. Okay. If you move the screen too much on my other monitor, it like spasms and like everything gets out of place. So I'm not going to risk it. So I have to look at my phone like a peasant. Okay. Do you think Trump has a good chance to win the popular vote? I would say yeah, obviously, because, um, but let me get to that later. I'm getting accused of being on speed. Well, honestly, folks, it's not even that. I've been in. Okay, so here's the thing, right? I had to break the ice with the stream, but I was talking for 2 hours, off the cuff for in front of like many people, and so like I'm already wired up to be talking. And so far as talking fast or like I'm on speed, I come off like that all the time. And here's the thing: when I'm talking to myself, it's harder to pace the whole cadence and everything because there's nothing I'm waiting on. Whereas, when I'm talking to somebody else or a group of people, if they laugh, I'll pause for a few seconds, or if otherwise, I feed off of people. So maybe I have a problem of being too extroverted. Not really, but the point being is that like when I'm talking to other people, it's a lot easier to speak more slowly. Okay, but if I were to really slow down the way I speak on a live stream, it just comes off as devoutly boring to me. So anyway, um, can I wish thoughts on Biden's garbage comment effect? Oh, I saw that clip. Wait, I have it. I think I might have that one. Oh fuck! Wait, where is it? Oh, okay, here. So here,
that,
okay.
that I know, or Puerto Rico, where I'm in my home state of Delaware, they're good, decent, honorable people. The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters. His demonization of seen as unconscionable, and it's un-American. It's totally contrary to everything we've done, everything we know. The Puerto Rican that I know.
Okay. Um, so he had a big faux pas, making no favors to his candidate Kamala, where he says he says that the only garbage I see is from the Trump support, like the Trump supporters, as in like they are garbage, which is super stupid in my opinion. Spicoli is saying drop link. I'm not drop. There's no link. I'm using OBS, so I cannot take callers in the StreamYard sense. So like even if I did, I would not let you up because to what end would that even be good for me? But also, wait. All right. Anyway, um, so that's that. Also, Joe Biden tried to sweep his own faux pas up. If you look here, he said, "In again, let's replay it real quick. Let's do a DVR thing." All right. So look here. Bam.
That I know, or Puerto Rico, where I'm in my home state of Delaware, they're good, decent, honorable people. The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters. His demonization of seen as unconscionable, and it's un-American. It's
Yeah, so the only garbage I see are his supporters. So let's see how he defended that. So if you look at his tweet sweeping it up, or I'm assuming somebody else read it for him, obviously. Earlier today, I referred to the hateful rhetoric about Puerto Rico spewed by Trump supporter at his Trump's supporter. Wait, what the fuck? Okay, wait. Okay, all right. Earlier today, I referred to the hateful rhetoric about Puerto Rico spewed by Trump supporter okay, that's just not worded right. And honestly, I saw a picture and I don't know how to find it, obviously. And I won't even bother because it would take me so long to find it. But I saw a picture of like Biden's interns or whatever, the people that worked at the White House. And it was like a bunch of white people, like millennials or something. And they were on all sorts of probably Adderall and stuff like this. But anyway, these guys are not too competent. Look at the way they wrote this. Maybe I'm stupid and I don't read it correctly, but look. Okay, earlier today, I referred to this hateful speech about Puerto Rico spewed by Trump supporter at his Madison Square Garden rally as garbage, which is the only word I can think of to truly describe it. His demonization of Latinos is unconscionable. That's all I meant to say. The comments at the rally don't reflect who we are as a nation. Thoughts? So obviously, the sweep job here is horrible. First and foremost, he cannot say that he didn't mean to say what he literally uttered out of his mouth. Now, the reason why I even say that was because there's no way, like, it's like saying, oh, the text I sent you was a typo, but there's no way there was a typo, okay? Like, okay, for instance, let's say I were to send somebody, get me 3 cabbages and 5 carrots, and then that's what I meant to say purportedly, and then what the text was actually was send me a waffle right now. It's like that's not a typo. You can't excuse it like that. And so this is so stupid, and it's actually astounding. Really, I just can't even get over it. I love it. Thank you, Joe Biden, for this nice L you gave Kamala. And guess what, by the way? This harkens back, and again, I'm a nerd, but this harkens back to when Eisenhower was asked by the press, this was maybe 1960, where they asked him, what has Richard Nixon done as vice president? Something like this. And he was running for president at the time. And then Eisenhower's like, well, nothing comes to mind right now. And that was just a sincere, I don't know, 60-year-old dude being like, I don't know, I'm stressed out. But the media took it to mean like, oh, well, Nixon's been here for 8 years, hasn't done shit, which is kind of like Kamala in real life. But anyway, point being is that the president is screwing over the vice president that's running for office. in this case different than Eisenhower, where Eisenhower probably had that faux pas because he was just exhausted and also he wasn't thinking too much. Whereas with Joe Biden, he cannot think too much, and maybe he sees it as like, okay, well, I screw over Kamala by accident. Well, you know what? It's karma. So maybe that. It's also somewhat marvelous to really understand to what extent the guy can even speak now and has trotted it out into the public, knowing full well that the guy has sundowning at the very least and dementia, if you're honest. And so I just think it's hilarious. And it's also surreal to think the guy is still the president. He has like the least amount of aura for a president ever, right? Like imagine a president getting so little coverage as Joe Biden. It's crazy. Anyway, so let's keep up with the chat. Doug Garrison, okay, got you, got that comment. Nothing wrong with talking fast, bro. I agree, actually. Milk Cow says very handsome. I mean, Joe, for an 82-year-old man, I mean, some old lady might like that. Now, lol, even Biden knows Trump is winning. I tend to agree, honestly. I mean, there was this whole thing where people read the lips of Joe Biden where at somebody's, I think at one of the Kennedy extended family members' funeral, he was with Obama for 40 seconds, and he said something about like how he was stronger than Kamala. And so I thought that was actually pretty remarkable, obviously, as it just shows that he has this ego about him that he would still beat Trump. And he was basically blackmailed by Pelosi and Schumer and everybody else, in my opinion, to where they leveraged everything they had against him and saying things such as things along the lines of, like, oh, we're not going to fund you. You're not going to get donor money. We're going to freeze this asset. We're going to not help you with this, X, Y, and Z. And so he's like, well, if you guys are actively sabotaging me, I got to quit before I get destroyed. And he would have gotten destroyed, especially given the fact that he was being politically blockaded by his own party and the hegemons in that said party. Crazy stuff. Anyway, so Crucial Account says, W. Trump, how are you going to celebrate when Trump gets elected? I had this discussion earlier, honestly. I had to talk this through because there's this whole, hold on, let me put myself back on the screen for a second. All right, so there's this whole thing having to do with the election parties where, I know the people that are running the campaign for Donald Trump, like personally, I know the people, like the top, like 10, let's say, people that are working the campaign insofar as Arizona is concerned, and then acquaintances with a lot of the people out of state. Anyway, so they tell me ahead of time, like X, Y, and Z, but in this case, they told me that they were not going to have an election party, and the only election party officially with the Trump campaign would be the one in Mar-a-Lago, I believe it was, which obviously, Trump's going to have his own thing going on, but that has nothing to do with me. So that the whole discussion earlier was like, what are we going to do in my context? And so, what am I going to do insofar as the Trump election? What am I going to do when he wins? Well, I'm going to be really happy for one, but I'm also kind of trepidatious about it on campus if Trump were to win. And I don't know why I didn't really contemplate this until a guy or somebody told me earlier, like, yeah, what's going to happen when there's like riots or chaos? And I thought, well, actually, that's a good point. The college campus is going to be a freaking hellscape for me personally, especially when I got the Trump hat and everything. But anyway, not that I wear it out in public all the time, but now let's keep reading the chat. I think Biden is sabotaging Harris as the emperor. I don't really believe that. Look, the thing is that I think that Joe wants Trump to lose, for one, because obviously politically he wants that, but also has to do with ego. He doesn't want Trump to win 2 terms and Joe bowed out of the first one. So again, Joe Biden's ego is, I think, a lot bigger than people want to account for. I mean, to run for president when you're, let's say, 78 years old, you just got a facelift after being vice president. Like literally, he got a facelift. People won't believe me. Look at him in 2015 and look at him in 2019. I'm smart. Okay. Now, when it comes to Biden, again, it takes a lot of gall and a lot of balls, but frankly, ego behind it all to really run for president, knowing you are almost 80 years old. But beside that, that you somehow will win an election where there's a huge bench of Democrats. And yeah, he did win that primary. But keep in mind that Bernie was on the way to win before the hegemons of the party decided that Biden was more electable than Bernie, which I agree with. And so therefore, they would needed everybody else to drop out and support him to win a majority of the vote thereafter in 2020 in that primary. Now, granted, and keep in mind this, he was more electable than Bernie, like I said. And in 2020, obviously, he ran for president, and it took a lot of gall for him to even do that. I wouldn't have done that in his position, but I guess he turned out to be kind of right insofar as he became president. But also keep this in the back of your head, too, is that Joe Biden, beside obviously how outrageous it is for him to run in 2020, he knew already that he had these mental slippages unless he's that egotistical to where he's like not even noticing like, oh yeah, I haven't lost a step since 50 years ago. Like that's just asinine. And even if he didn't notice that mental decline, other people around him did. And either it was a combination of him not listening to the folks around him that cared about him, or that he just overlooked what they said, in which case that's awful. And beside that, he has even more balls to go and run in 24, which is just asinine because again, he's so old, dude. He's like 82 and he is simply not up to task. He's like out of it almost completely. He has sundowning evidently with that debate performance a few months ago, but beside that, he's also very, very much, I would say, like atrophying in every respect. Like he just doesn't know where he is half the time. Physically, he doesn't know how to walk off a stage where obviously Secret Service typically tells you the escape routes. I know personally that's how it works, that they have multiple escape routes whenever a candidate is anywhere. And that's a candidate. Imagine a president. Anyhow, so when it comes down to it, it's crazy. Then beside that too, keep in mind that he still runs and he knows full well that there's several other younger Democrats that would like to run for president, but he still wants it for himself. So like I said earlier, the ego is insane. But what comments have I missed? So is Biden sabotaging Harris? I don't think so on purpose. No, not really. I think he kind of gets off on the fact that obviously he believes that he would have been a better candidate than Kamala. I disagree with that because the dementia was so obvious to a point that even Democrats were like, okay, well, I can't even defend it. Whereas with Kamala, she's still I wouldn't even say she's mentally even all there, but I guess she doesn't have any sort of ailment. So I guess a Democrat could say like, oh, I'm parking my vote here because I believe in this and I hate Trump. In which case, then obviously, you know, they're going to vote, X amount Democrat. With Biden, again, it was harder because he was totally not up for the job, and also the question wasn't, Biden thus far as president. The question is also, okay, Biden plus another 4 years of aging. In which case, like that's insane. In fact, I think it would be hard to find in 4 years from now videos of Biden lucidly talking for more than 25 seconds, let's say. Like, for example, if you remember Ronald Reagan in particular was most certainly, like losing maybe a little bit of a step towards the end of his second term. But keep in mind this also, he was younger than Biden and Trump, I think. He was like in his 70s. But beside that, he also was basically a recluse. After a certain point, I think in the 90s, they they knew he was a vegetable at that point, and so they thought, well, let's not embarrass his legacy by having him like look all out of place. So yeah, he ended up dying in 2004, but his last public address was when like 1994 maybe, for like the Queen's something about like some politician dying and he was at the funeral. Anyway, the point being is that like Joe Biden, I doubt there will be much content coming from him 4 years from now. But anyway, let me. All right, so now to look at the chat. W Trump, how are you? Okay, I got that one already. Um, Dan says he already voted. Okay, good. I think Joe and Jill are cooked this. Wait, Roddy Mom says I think Joe and Jill cooked this up on purpose. Sweet revenge. No, I really, really doubt it. I really doubt it. And in fact, there are way better ways to sabotage the Harris campaign than just for him to have a mental faux pas. Like for example, if he were to I don't know. Like him putting on the Trump hat was based, number one. But two, I don't think that was sabotage. And then three, how could he sabotage Kamala better if that were really his aim? And I would say, hmm, how would he do this? How would he do this? I'm kind of confused. I would need to think about it. How could he? Because obviously, if he does it too opaquely, or sorry, what do you call it? Too obviously, then at that point, Kamala could just be like, "Oh, this guy's sour," and most people would be like, "Okay, yeah, true." I would say just do more of what he's doing now and just make a more of a concerted effort to do so. So in this case, if Biden really wanted to be a jerk, instead of, being trot out into the public every other week to make sure he's still alive and then probably screwing anything he's doing up, I would just go out every day, like just Biden, press briefing, whatever, every day. And then he'd be screwing everybody over at that point. And if he really wanted to do so, he'd do it. So Red says he has too many felonies to vote. Is that a joke? What? Um, Doug says lol. Lol at what though? You gotta say what. I ramble for so long, honestly. You never know what I'm talking about. Or sorry, I don't know like what people are laughing to. So anyway, let's see what Trump reacted to with this whole garbage comment. Let's see that real quick.
All right. Well, I wasn't going to say anything, but I have breaking news for you, Mr. President. You may not have heard this. Just moments ago, Joe Biden stated that our supporters are garbage. Are garbage. He's talking about the Border Patrol. He's talking about nurses. He's talking about teachers. He's talking about everyday Americans who love their country and want to dream big again and support you, Mr. President. And I hope their campaign is about to apologize for what Joe Biden just said. We are not garbage. We are patriots who love America. And thank you for running, Mr. President.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. Before he gets too far in there, let's do an aura review of Marco Rubio. Now, this is very interesting to me. So hold on, let me hold on. You know, I need a producer. Frankly, I need to be like Joe Rogan. Jamie, fix the camera. Frankly, adjust the software. You know, everybody in Trump world, like politics, they all have their impersonation of Trump. Mine's decently good, given that most people in politics are autists, and I'm an autist that just happens to be a savant at the same time. Think Rayman, but socially maybe not well adjusted, but adjusted to some sort of setting. But anyway, so let's adjust, or sorry, let's let's actually just look at what Marco said.
I hope their campaign is about to apologize for what Joe Biden just said. We are not garbage. We are patriots who love America. And thank you for running, Mr. President.
That's not good, man. That's not great. Again, I have this on 1.5 speed for context. If you look at this, the guy is certainly, I don't know, he just doesn't have aura. And again, I like to look at it from like Trump versus everybody else. Insofar as charisma, Trump has an energy. Like if Trump is there, there's some sort of, I don't even know, call it a glaze fest. But I mean, I got the guy's cut out right here. You see him? Okay, anyway. So, I mean, I get okay. I get significantly why, you know, you might be nervous in front of tens of thousands of people, like Marco Rubio likely is in this scenario, but still there's not this like exuding level, or sorry, like this what do you call it, exuberance in his dictation. I mean, it's not very remarkable.
President, and I hope their campaign is about to apologize for what Joe Biden just said. We are not garbage. We are patriots who love America. And thank you for running, Mr. President.
The avoiding eye glare too. Did you guys see that?
Wow.
Fuck, where'd it go? Here, okay.
We are not garbage. We are patriots who love America.
We are not garbage. We are patriots. That's cringe, bro. Like, look into the people's eyes and say, we are not garbage. We are patriots. And I love you, Mr. President. Something like this. What the fuck is that?
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. What the hell? Also, Marco Rubio, two questions, or maybe just one that's very elongated. But frankly, look at this, okay? How the fuck is Marco Rubio, like, with that haircut? Why does he have that? It looks really bad, you know? Virtually every guy, and maybe this is just me projecting, but, like, I think almost every guy looks better with his hair, you know, combed up to some degree. To have it completely flat looks like shit. I mean, look, Marco had his hair flat. Adolf Hitler had his hair flat. Not a good look, in my opinion. My opinion, would not have that happen. In fact, if I am stranded without a comb for longer than, let's call it 12 hours, I am panicking somewhere inside. My pomade cannot fight forever, folks. It's in the trenches every day trying to withstand the wind. And frankly, I need a comb with me. And so for Marco to not put it up means likely that he is, I don't know, balding. But again, I don't have that problem, so I don't know how that works. Like, maybe he just likes it like that. And I just think it looks stupid as hell. It looks like a mama's boy, like private school attending, likely would be chubby in his childhood type of look. Look at Trump looking at him, too. It's not looking very positive from Marco.
Campaign is about to apologize for what Joe Biden just said. We are not garbage. We are patriots who love America. And thank you for running, Mr. President.
Fuck was that look by Trump, by the way? Again, I'm very autistic, but I'll point it out, even in professional political settings. Okay, okay, okay. I just had a funny thought, but I'll allude to what I was thinking of. Okay, so like there was this rally in Tempe not too long ago, and there was like this very dysgenic, dark brown but fat. Again, I'm dark and brown, but very very fat guy. Looked like the guy from Over the Rainbow. Is that a song? There's like a song from like maybe the 90s of like some very obese guy in a tub. You know what I'm talking about? Like a pool. He looked just like that, just completely, you know, I think it was Baymax from Big Hero 6 type shit, you know what I mean? Like very, very obese. And I paused the video and I'm like in front of several people and I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, look at this and I was digging into it and it like every, like these hand movements and gestures from folks on the public arena is very much indicative of what's going on behind the scenes, I believe. And to the extent that I know things behind the scenes, I'm completely onto something very huge here. But anyway, just look at the way that Trump looks after Rubio speaks. He's like, right? Anyway, let's read the chat a little bit. Fuck me. I moved the chat box even a little bit and it just gets all sorts of fucked up, man. Come on, man. Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry, but I need to figure this out for the life of me. Okay, there it is. Oh my God, thank you. Lord Jesus Christ. All right, so let's catch up here. Okay, so Kamala is an alcoholic, says Doug Garrison. It's a shame there weren't more debates. That might be true. A little ironic, as I obviously have, as I open another, what's this called? Red's Wicked Apple Ale, something like that. Okay, anyway. But point being, though, is that, is she an alcoholic? I kind of think I mean, do I believe that? Maybe. The reason being, obviously, that she's kind of like, I would say she's kind of, I don't know. She comes off like she drinks, like she, you pregame a party, you pregame a bar. It's expensive getting drinks unless it's like a specific, like a Thirsty Thursday type thing. But generally, you might want to pregame a certain event with alcohol. And the thing is that I think she pregames most debates and again, most interviews. And so, is she an alcoholic? Maybe. I'd have to look into that. But yeah, she's more likely than the average person. Yeah, of course. So, Crucial Account says, if Trump gets assassinated after he becomes president, what are your thoughts on a Vance presidency? I think he'd do really good. I've met JD, I've talked to him, and I think he's really smart, and he's more normal than I give him credit for. And granted, in high school, because again, I know people that work for him, and I've known of JD for like I'd say, what was it, like 20, I've known about him for like 5 years. And so the point being is that like, I always thought like, oh, this guy comes off as super fake. This guy does not have aura. The guy does not have riz. He has a fat face. And I thought at the time that he was anti-Trump, and I just couldn't fathom why the hell that would like be something that he could flip on and then still be considered a smart person in both respects. And so at that point, that's what I thought. But getting to know him a little more, I thought, generally that he's actually really sharp. He's extremely intelligent. Actually, I was watching because I had a debate watch party for this, the VP debate, and he killed Walls. He killed Walls. You had people like Hassan Abi, this Hassan Piker, complete dickwad. This guy even had to say, yeah, JD objectively won it. And I'm like, okay, well, that's fucking amazing. If you have some like soy, libtard, socialist idiot, imbecile, really, saying like, oh yeah, JD won. So I was super excited. So would JD do good? I mean, he lacks government experience. He's only been in the Senate for less than 2 years. But I think he's extremely intelligent, like upper stratum, top half of a percent wise, like IQ. Like he's very, 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 very onto it, very sharp. Is he smarter than Lalo though? And here's the thing. Over time, I've realized that I don't think I'm that smart, like IQ wise. I just think I'm like very rhetorically impressive. And that's probably more important than the IQ because who are very IQ individuals like STEM majors, boring. Engineers, again, boring. I respect it, but boring. What else? What else you got? Like Robert McNamara in the Nixon era, not very popular. So Trump, again, not super high IQ. Hopefully he doesn't kill me if he sees this. Never will, please. Okay, Trump is not the highest IQ person, but he is certainly has like a charisma and a gut instinct that is like unparalleled, really. And so I just think that JD. If he does have that Trump level gut instinct, will do a lot better than people expect, especially given how intelligent the guy is. I mean, he was a Yale Law School graduate. He graduated out of the Ohio State in only 2 years, which is pretty impressive. Now, his major, I think, was poli-sci, so it's not the world-beating sort of like, okay, oh my God. But anyway, poli-sci is pretty easy. So moving on, yeah, of course, if he goes to Yale Law School, that's super impressive, frankly. And to even get in there is super, super, super high end. And then to actually graduate is insane to me. Same thing can be said about Vivek Ramaswamy to a point too. And so yeah, so I think JD's super smart. I think that if he were to become president, if Trump were to be assassinated in theory, I think he'd do a great job. So also, like I said, I'm acquainted with a ton of people that work with him in the inner circle, so to speak, and those people are really top notch, like very, very much in the they're in the good stratum when it comes to conservative politic and the thought behind it, frankly. So he's got a good circle around him, in my opinion, and he's a really smart guy. So yeah, I think he'd do great. Um, okay, you got the gold MAGA hat. Well, actually, here. Um, So this MAGA hat was, ironically enough, so this is a Carrie Lake signature. This is a Trump Force captain hat. Now, the thing about this, obviously, is that these are, I don't know if it's called the gold MAGA hat, but there is a gold MAGA hat. And in fact, I think Nick Bosa from the San Francisco 49ers, really, really great guy. He was at halftime wearing it. Like, he even shoved himself in a Brock Purdy interview, the quarterback for that team, with like the gold MAGA hat. This one is a little different. Again, it doesn't say like, the conventional stuff. It says Trump Force Captain. There are only I can only think of a couple dozen people that actually have the hat. You cannot sell it, so anybody in chat that wants to buy it, you can't buy it. But you either have to do a lot of work for the campaign slash be a stakeholder of the campaign, which I think I technically am as well, but or have enough clout. But in the state of Arizona, these are pretty limited, and these are great to have at rallies. Anyway, so yeah, so I had Carrie Lake's signature, which we'll see if she wins. If she doesn't win, it's going to look bad if I had the signature on it, but who cares? We'll see. And then for this bottom one, this is the light's kind of fucking it up. Let me see. You see that? That's the JD Vance signature as well. Yeah, so I met JD last week, like last Tuesday, and so he signed my hat right there. So that's that. But let me, 1 second here. Let me replay this here while I run to the restroom for like 40 seconds here. All right? You can wait. You can wait. 40 seconds. All right. Got you.
All right. Well, I wasn't going to say anything, but I have breaking news for you, Mr. President. You may not have heard this. Just moments ago, Joe Biden stated that our supporters are garbage. Are garbage. He's talking about the Border Patrol. He's talking about nurses. He's talking about teachers. He's talking about everyday Americans who love their country and want to dream big again and support you, Mr. President. And I hope their campaign is about to apologize for what Joe Biden just said. We are not garbage. We are patriots who love America. And thank you for running, Mr. President.
Wow. That's terrible. That's what it says. That's what it says. So you have, remember Hillary, she said deplorable? And then she said irredeemable, right? But she said deplorable, that didn't work out. Garbage, I think, is worse, right? But he doesn't know, you have to please forgive him. Please forgive him, for he not knoweth what he said. These people, terrible, terrible.
Okay, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Okay. Wow. Complicated business, folks. Holy, can I actually connect the camera? Okay, perfect. All right. I just tested everybody's attention spans. Suffer chat. Anyway, so as I was saying, I don't remember what I was saying, but yeah, Trump literally just explained about how, please, Lord, forgive him, for he knows not what he said. That's pretty sharp, given the fact that he didn't even know. He didn't even see the clip himself. That's a great improv. But anyway, let's look into what else we want to talk about. Let's cancel that real quick and let's get back onto the center stage here. Okay, so we have some more questions apparently. What was it? So Ruska says, "I told you Vance was lit, right? And you were like, nah. Same with everybody else, SMH. He is the future of the Republican Party." Well, I mean, was I wrong? Was I wrong, folks? I think my logic was correct, actually. But he's made up for it, okay? I don't know how else to cope for it. Like he was bad to a point, And my analysis was pretty rational, just that obviously he came out pretty well, because there was like a inclination in me to say, how naive would you have had to been, at 30 whatever years old it was, to vote for Evan McMuffin than over Donald Trump. And I think over time he's proven to be actually a real convert. And people all the time, my friends would tell me like, "Oh no, JD's a Catholic. That's why." And I'm like, "Oh, no, I'm not Catholic." I'm like, "Ah, that seems kind of gay." But then I think it actually turned out to be true. In which case, then credit to him to a point. Obviously, I'm not Catholic, but if he actually became a Trump supporter, that's really good, and I think he has. So that's just my opinion. But anyway, can I think of something else to cover real quick? I don't know. Let me think here. And again, this video is more or less just to take a quick break from everything and to also make sure that I stream, because I've been promising I was going to stream for a while, and I wasn't living up to that promise, so to speak. And so I'm like, okay, well, let me just go in there and just do that real quick, right? So do you think it's a shame that we won't have Chris Christie on our side? Who the fuck cares about Chris Christie, dude? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? No, of course not. Why would that be a big deal, even? Um, I also, like, after the election, I want to get back to the more standard content. So, like, again, a lot of the, I want to A-log this chick that I've had a storied history with. Not really. But yeah, Billy Ray Brandt. I think that she confronted me in person. Do you guys remember that? That was crazy. This was what, like last December, maybe? But yeah, I mean, plenty of fodder. I'd assume. I haven't checked back with her in like months, content wise. Now, when it comes to again the political updates, it's looking really good. I want to invest in betting odds. I'm very curious as how this works though, because there's a lot of exchanges that work with Bitcoin, and I haven't done any sort of like buying into Bitcoin. And then beside that, by the way, I was curious about like how it would work with because they don't pay you out until like the inauguration, basically. So like you wouldn't even get paid until January. So it's like, okay, I want to bet, let's say, $1,000 in the election in a broad scope. Well, I won't see that money for months. I mean, that would suck. So Milkout says, does Marco Rubio congregate at the bathhouse? What do you call it? The bathhouse? I'd say probably not, right? I mean, why would he do that? That's crazy. Do I think he's gay? No. Why would he be gay? No. No. Um, do you think Hung Kao has a chance? I would say probably not. I'd say probably not. Reason being is that Hung Kao is I mean, is he performing better than Trump? I don't really know. I need to double check that, but now's not the time. But yeah. So how long have we been streaming? We have a good, what was it? 47 minutes. Okay. Well, I'll give you guys another minute to really give you any sort of like, I'll give you a shot as at a Q&A. Okay. So send a what do you call it? A comment, like a chat. Okay, yeah. Send me any questions you have in the next minute, or else I'll just wrap up the stream because, I don't have anything to cover, folks. I just wanted to break the ice. I got a good workout in, so to speak, right? And I do think that it is pretty important that, like, while there is so much stuff I have to do, that I do at least stream a little bit. Again, after November 5th, it's going to open up a lot of things for me. So we'll see. We'll see how it works out. And to be quite clear, insofar as like the regular uploads, do you guys have any criticisms? Sorry, criticisms of said videos, because I do them pretty quickly. I don't have time to edit them at all. So just keep that in mind. Would you buy a poster of the first assassination attempt? Yeah, no, that was awesome. Yeah, of course I would get one. Yeah, that'd be sick. Because that was legendary. Okay, what Trump did there was getting shot and then getting back up. That was also, keep in mind the guy's what, like 78? Imagine doing that. Because, I'm 21. I could physically probably do what he did easily. But the thing is like, okay, but in 60 years, could I do that? I don't know. That's sick. That's sick to me. That's amazing. So Roddy Mom or Roddy Mom says, I watch you all of the time. First time in the chat. Really? Do you mean first time in the chat insofar as the like live streaming is concerned, which I can believe, or are you saying like you've never commented on my channel before, which I can also believe, but less likely because obviously like I read all the comments generally. WA says Wall said that when Kamala wins, they will make AOC the Speaker of the House. I saw the headline for that. That seems fucking. Oh my god. Here's a hot take, so to speak. I think Tim Walz is worse than Kamala Harris. Okay, I think Tim Walz is a worse person. You can say what you want about Kamala, and there's plenty to talk about, but you can see why she does a lot of what she does. Okay, like there's a reason. With Tim Walz, he's like like a cuck and like a whipped little beta. I've told people and they've laughed. I've talked to some people really high up, and I was like, yeah, Tim Walz, he's like the caricature of the cucked white stepdad, and they laughed so hard. And you know why? Because it's so fucking true. So true. He's like 60 years old. He looks like Kamala's dad. They're like the same age. So he's awful. He sucks. And he also had this foible before I wrap up the stream where the guy's like, JD Vance is an elitist because he went to Yale Law School, and he's talking about how he went to Nebraska State Law School. Or not law school, but just, like undergrad in Nebraska. And it's like, dude, you're a loser. That sucks, really? So, like, you are somebody who was raised probably better off than JD Vance was historically, like economically. And yet you went to like a Nebraska State or whatever it was, and JD went to Yale Law School. Like, that's such an L. And the guy thought he was like pandering to the masses. No, you fucking idiot. Sorry for the cursing, but it's insane to me. All right. So, anyways, I'll give you guys another 20 seconds before I wrap up the whole stream. I thought this was a good exercise in just breaking into the whole thing. The timing wasn't really great, as obviously like it is a little late, and a lot of the people that you probably watch, Red Eagle, I think he's still live actually. He has like 4,000 people watching him right now. Insane stuff. Great to see him grow. But anyway, like I said, I'll give you guys maybe 30 seconds to give me a last question. I just hate it when people end the live stream when you're gonna chat something. So maybe that's me being an empath. So anyways, I'll actually start the counter here. Okay, from the top. All right, there you go. You have 30 seconds. Great stuff. Okay. What else can I talk about? Probably nothing. I think I got it all. Emperor says, "Have you seen the video of Wall saying we can't have 4 more years of this?" I think I did see that. Yeah. Yeah, I believe it. He's a dork. He's a knucklehead actually, which is again such a self-owned. What an idiot. Um, okay. That was a decent question. I'll give you guys another 30 seconds to give me another question. Very unconventional style of running a live stream. But to be quite honest, I again didn't really start it with any sort of like anticipation of like what I was gonna talk about. So it's like at that point, just let the chat feed me stuff because like I can talk extra. What's the big word I like to use? Extra pertinient. How the fuck do you say that? Extra pertiniously, something like that. Yeah, I'm good at rambling, but who vetted him? Roddy says, I think in comment to JD. No, no, not JD. What's his name? Tim Walls. Who vetted him? I don't like that question. Obviously, I don't think he has any felonies. In fact, he got away with a DUI, I think, earlier in his life. But if your comment is getting at the point that, oh, Kamala, what an idiot for picking him. I agree. I agree. She should have picked the Jewish guy from Pennsylvania. I think the governor, his name is Josh. Yeah, Josh Shapiro. He would have done a way better job as VP, as a surrogate, really. But will you stream on the election night? And Milka also wants to get the answer for that. Honestly, I would say most likely not, and I mean most likely as in definitely not. I have dozens of people that want to have it. Well, basically, I I always have a tough job like on this channel. It's like how much do I want to like include my personal life and also because it all gets kind of messy. It all gets murky. If people know about the channel, I can't talk about the people that know about the channel in a way that's like negative because if that's the case, then they'll nag about it or they'll hold it against me in secret. It's so annoying. But anyway, the point being is like to be vague, I do have commitments on election night where like there are again dozens of people that expect me to tell them where to go for the election night coverage. Not on the internet, I'm saying like in person, like a watch party, and like I'm gonna host it, and so I can't really live stream it myself unless you want me to be hanging out with like a bunch of like what would the live stream even be? Like just a camera in the corner. There's like dozens of us college people watching the election coverage, and then every so often it'll be like, "Yo, big shout out, super chat from." Honestly, that's kind of a cool idea, but again, kind of creepy. to pitch it that way to other people. So I don't think I'll do that, though. Radical Politics will have his live stream, and that's going to be fantastic because his last live stream, I'm referring to the 2021, which I was on, by the way, had, I think it peaked at 21,000 live viewers, which is, again, fundamentally insane to me to even say out loud. So again, 21,000 live viewers for Radical Politics. That was 4 years ago. He'll probably get more this time, actually, which is, again, fucking nuts, and he'll make thousands of dollars off of that. But I might be in the chat every so often, as I do with Radical streams, where I'm not even listening. I'm just posting emojis in the chat, just because a lot of people, obviously, that watch me watch him, and so it's like, okay, well, I'm acknowledging your existence a little bit. It's the nice thing to do. Okay. Anyway, so when it comes down to me live streaming on election day, almost definitely not. There's an outside chance I will be in the Radical chat while I'm like in the bathroom. I'll be like, oh my god, something something, or God forbid, maybe I'll call in for 5 minutes. We'll see. We'll see how it works out. I called in for several minutes last time. Again, that was when I was like prepubescent. Well, not prepubescent, but I was like 17. The voice was way worse. I don't even know why you'd have such a bad voice at 17, but it was true. It was true. So will I stream on election night? Answer is no. What do you think about the language and jokes used at the Madison Square Garden? I thought it was embarrassing. Oh, so you thought it was a bad look? Oh, Radical ended his stream. Okay, well, shout out to him then. Anyway, so the joke about the Puerto Ricans, I don't think it was that funny. That was the sin, really, was that it wasn't funny, but it didn't offend me at all. In fact, oh, I forgot to mention this. I got interviewed by the national NBC, the outlet, and so yeah, so I spent like an hour and a half recording an interview for NBC, and so that's going to air on Thursday. And so I'll most likely share it with you guys, unless it was horrible, in which case I won't share the embarrassment. But yes, I actually will, because not only am I not ashamed, but also I did pretty well from what I understand. I mean, it was me, I don't have a recording of it now, as there were $10,000 cameras all over the place. But I know what I said, and so I think it went pretty well. Only regret I have I have about that whole thing, that interview, was that I did not have I didn't bring water with me, and so imagine in Arizona for like 2 hours without water, dude. I was like, it was awful. It was like a Marco Rubio moment. But instead of sipping the water like a queer, I was like, okay, well, I need water somewhere, and I'm like, oh god. Aside from that, it went great. Aside from that one time when, again, the reporter threw me a question completely out of nowhere about January 6th. I'm like, oh god damn it. I'm like, okay, well, let me like get, because the Trump campaign does not want anybody like me or anybody working for him, for example, off into the distance, like, saying anything off color. So it's like, oh shit, like, what am I supposed to say about this? But it's an awkward topic. So yeah, like, I did get interviewed by NBC at the national level, so that'll be out Thursday, Halloween. Whoa, buddy, it's coming up pretty close. So I don't know how long that interview will be. Again, I spent like I don't know how long it was actually, like us filming at the bench, but it could have been maybe half an hour or something. But I'm not sure. I don't know how long the segment would be. At least like several minutes of the interview will be live. They edit certain parts out, but I did pretty well. Jadeite says, good work, Lolo. Speaking of good work, I saw like a good 20 minutes of the rep live stream, and I think Jack did an amazing job. He's really high energy recently, and yeah, it's all good stuff. Polite Rude Guy says, vote Mark Robinson. Well, if you're in North Carolina, maybe. Don't throw. What does that mean? Emperor says, will Trump's win be announced on election night? I really don't think so. Because for multiple reasons, but yeah, almost definitely not. Jose says, why would you vote for a racist person? I don't think Donald Trump is racist. In fact, that interviewer tried to press me on that whole thing. In fact, honestly, the Tony Hinchcliffe, what's the guy's name? Tony Hinchcliffe, that whole Puerto Rican island thing, that was mentioned to me in the interview the same day that it happened, I think, almost. So, because I think I filmed that yesterday, in the afternoon. But I had to sweep it up somewhat, so to speak. Lalo, go vote Trump, please. You fucking imbecile. Okay. Polite Rude Guy. Today. And what I mean by today is that, like, the live stream you just clicked on says, I voted today, buddy. What do you mean vote Trump today? I voted Trump Vance today. Vote Republican straight ticket. Okay, yeah. Let's see. Jadeite says, say peacefully and patriotically. What to what? Uh, Polite Rude Guy says he was there at January 6th, 26-hour drive from Texas. Okay. And what? LeBron says, do you not have the feeling that we are eating at our election day vote with the early vote data? I just have a feeling that we're going to have an outcome like 2022. No, obviously not. So the whole like cannibalization of the vote thing is not completely true, and that's all you need to know. Now, granted, like I would have voted on Tuesday, November 5th, in this election, and the thing is obviously that like again, this is my opinion, but again, I would have otherwise voted on election day, but I voted early to prove a point. Also, because the people that depend on me, I wanted them to vote early in person. So I've gotten several people that I know to vote early in person just to make sure that they don't like flunk out of November 5th. Because obviously in college on Tuesdays you tend to have class. So I was like, okay, well let's get the vote in after we're all done with class on some random day versus obviously next week in the election day where you're gonna have a hard time voting. Point being, obviously, though, that there's no cannibalization of the vote that is going to be a deal breaker for the election on November 5th. Now, the reason why I know I'm right is because clearly the election day vote is still going to be favorable to Republicans. Now, with Republicans nowadays, they're ahead of the early and the mail in vote. Now, relative to what they were in 2020 and 2016, largely. The reason why it's not cannibalizing into the vote is because the increase in shock that people in the media are realizing is that the low propensity voters that people thought were not going to get tapped into have been recently, thanks to the reorientation of the Trump campaign this election cycle. Namely, things like Turning Point Action have done great things insofar as mobilizing the vote, so that all of a sudden, when you look at 2020, registered Democrats were pretty high relative to registered Republicans. Now Republicans are up like upwards of 130,000 votes compared to 2020, which is several times over what the margin of victory was officially for Joe Biden in a state like Arizona. And so for that reason, I really don't think that the election day vote is going to be cannibalized. And even if it is to some degree, and I agree, yeah, to some point, yeah, some people voting on election day historically will vote early out of convenience, sure, but it's still not the majority. I think a majority of people voting early have never voted before, and if not that, it's more so that they otherwise would have not turned out on November 5th. And so that's great. Also, when you're banking the vote, it matters more than if you vote on election day. Ironically enough, because you would have thought, well, if I vote on November 5th, it will matter more somehow because you're in person. But the thing is that like when a person that is otherwise undecided or even Republican for this matter, if they vote early, then the campaign, the Trump campaign, and again, I know the people that run it, so I know exactly how this works. I was specifically told when I was in Pennsylvania last month, I think in September, they told me specifically that if you got a person to bank their vote early in Pennsylvania, for example, you save the campaign upwards of $25 per person that you get to do that, because now all of a sudden they don't have to send campaign mail or solicitation or door knockers and other stuff that costs a lot of money. And so you save money for the campaign. And when the Trump campaign is probably outspent, I don't know, I don't remember what the last number was, but it's like, like 4 or 5 to 1 compared to Kamala, who's raised $1 billion in her campaign and more, counting really. Him saving $25 matters more than Kamala saving $25. And so for that matter, frankly, yeah, early voting is totally better, and cannibalizing the vote is not really much of a concern, frankly. Also, secondhand, or on the other hand, the Kamala campaign spending money is very much something that I've seen in person. But also remember, they got Beyonce to endorse her and speak for like 2 minutes at a rally in Houston, I think it was, for $10 million. She did not even perform. So long tangent aside, let's get back to the comments. So polite rude guy says vote Republican straight ticket. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, generally, yeah, like 99% of the time you got to vote Republican no matter what. The Democrats say vote blue no matter who, but I guess Republicans should do that too, honestly. Like, can you guys give me an example of like a Democrat you would vote for over the Republican in a specific race? Can I think of one? I really don't think so. Okay. Um, So Roddy Mom says she's voting for Mark Robinson. I got you. Right on says polite rude guy. Um, let's see. Roddy Mom says so tired of the racist stuff. What do you mean, like the criticism? Oh wait, wait. Do you say the racist stuff from the Trump people, or are you saying the racist stuff of like the accusations against the Trump people of being racist? Polite rude guys voting on election day. Well, that's up to you. Hopefully, you don't like have something stopping you from voting on election day because something could come up, which is why I believe in banking the vote early. Polite rude guy says, I took my friends to vote early, but I never voted. I just stood with him, but I'm voting on election day. Well, okay. Um, a wild German lady appears with sunglasses emoji, maybe, and then says handsome. Okay, well, thank you. Jadeite McSwag says, when asked about J6, say that he said peacefully and non-violently. I guess that's in reference to Trump. Yeah, but that's not a good answer, frankly, because obviously those words are contrasted with the videos of people like breaking into the Capitol, so to speak, and so that just does not cut it for people on TV. The real answer would be that, yeah, Trump did not want the people to break into the Capitol, but he did want them to be around the Capitol, like to march around it, to apply a sense of political pressure to the people in the Congress itself, okay? That's probably what he wanted to happen, in my opinion. And so to say like, oh, he said peacefully and respect, like who fucking cares? Like Joe Biden also said like, don't burn many about, like don't burn cities to the ground during the BLM era. Did it matter? Really? Like as a Republican, would you say like, oh yeah, Biden officially denouncing riots and violence against cops? Did that really save anything? No. Does it absolve Biden of being a liberal cancer to the country in that context? No, it doesn't. So let's just say like, oh, Trump said peacefully, and who fucking cares, dude? This is not a legal dispute we're having. We're talking about like an interview, interpersonal relationship, so to speak. So, but yeah, like in a courthouse, yeah, obviously, like him putting the caveat of peacefully and whatever, that does absolve him of inciting violence in a major way, in my opinion. But that's not the case with respect to like an embassy interview. I would hope there's no legal implications with that. Um, So Emperor says, I voted early and in person for Trump on Saturday in California. Well, good. Because again, it's great that you vote because there's probably hundreds of thousands, if not a few million Republicans or conservatives that are not going to vote in California because they know the election's not going to be close there. But for the popular vote, and in a lot of cases, like swing districts within the state itself, that's great that people turn out. So good for you. Um, so when it comes to Roddy Mom, she says, I'm assuming it's a girl, obviously, right? What do you think of Kamala pulling Adibis in North Carolina? Well, it shows that she's most likely going to lose the state, obviously, even with her own internals, which makes a lot of sense to me because even going back to this map here, real quick, let me show it. All right, so if you look here, if Kamala, assumingly, gets, let's say, in this case, the Democrats lose Nevada, they lose Arizona, they lose Georgia, they lose North Carolina, but they somehow retain the blue wall, so to speak. Then all of a sudden, what's the other state I screwed up in here? Oh, Virginia. Okay, so like if you look here, they win the election if they retain the core blue wall, which is the euphemism in politics for these three Rust Belt states. So when you look there, it looks pretty good for Kamala, right? Because if she divests from North Carolina right here in the mid-east part of the screen, so to speak, then she can still win narrowly. And so that's pretty good for her, honestly. So she'd probably take that. So yeah, I know I can totally see why she would divest from North Carolina. In fact, she should stop spending money in Arizona, Nevada, North Carolina, Georgia, etc., and just focus on those three states: Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and Michigan. It just makes sense. She's got to play a whole lot of more defense, in my opinion. But anyway, um, I'm reading your comments, polite rude guy, and then should I just call you something else like PRG? Ruddy Mom says toward the Trump people. Okay, racism towards the Trump people. Even black supporters are white black supremacists. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Um, Jadeite McSwag says he did not send them to go do what they did. I know. Patrick Doge says every Democrat commercial I've seen so far is a total of fucking lies. Should be a law against commercials that are totally untrue. No, that's a slippery slope. They shouldn't. No, no, not really. The Emperor says Trump 312. Okay, well, that's a safe answer, and I agree. I think, yeah, like I said, there's an outside chance he does win Virginia, New Hampshire, etc., but I just doubt it. So now, LeBron says, I don't talk about politics with people in person and only see interactions online. So that being said, do you think we could be in for a landslide situation? No, obviously not. LeBron says, seems like there's more support on Twitter than real life. Support for who? What? Kamala? For Trump? I don't know. I'm not sure. Anyway, let's see what else is going on. Oh, okay. Just clicking on that. All right. So guys, do you guys have any other suggestions? I said I would what was it? I said I was going to give you guys like 30 seconds to give me a question that was approximately 18 and a half minutes ago. So let's restart that counter again. I'll give you guys 1 minute to give me any sort of other questions. Um, Support for Kamala on Twitter was what LeBron said. Okay. Oh, I wasn't sure. Chances of Trump flipping Virginia. I'd say maybe 15%. I don't know. It seems like a very big ask given the fact that the guy is underwater in the northern populated part of the city, or not the city, but the state. In particular, I'm talking about the election with, what do you call it? What was it? Like, okay, so I think they call it the Nova region. And so I just don't think that Democrat support can be overcome. So that's my short answer in Virginia. But then again, I could be wrong. And if that's true, then that'd be great. But let's see what else. I'm trying to see if my live stream is still working. Hold on. Okay, it is. Is Virginia's Trump's easiest state to flip? Okay, well, let me look at the map again. So if you have the 312 at face value, I'd say the next closest state would be maybe Virginia, because again, Virginia is a bigger ask, but though I do think that the people in Virginia are a more malleable demographic than they would be to Trump. Hard to say though. Actually, I want to be thorough with this. So let's look at Real Clear Politics. Let's look at their aggregation of the polls, and let's also look at the at Virginia real quick, and we'll see what they say, and then we're gonna compare that real quick to what do you call it, New Hampshire. So if you look at Virginia, for example, let's just take my face off for a second. There you go. Okay, so Kamala's leading in Virginia by 5.8. So take that in. Okay, so 5.8. So that's about 5 points lesser than what Biden won it by, I think, in 2020 officially, maybe by 4% off. But now New Hampshire, you look here, and then Trump is down by 6.3. So that is 6.3 versus versus what was it, 5.8. Interesting. Interesting. Now, Rasmussen, which was pretty accurate, relatively speaking, in 2020, has Harris only winning it by 2. Whereas when you look at this New Hampshire data, they don't really have the sort of coverage that does Virginia, which again makes sense given that Virginia has over double the electoral college votes. Anyway, the point being is that insofar as their polling is concerned, again, Kamala is winning in all of them, so that's interesting. I would say though that again, Biden won the state officially by 7.2, so it's highly unlikely that it would flip. Though Virginia also went blue by like 10. But then again, it's bluer here, New Hampshire wise, than it is in Virginia in the polling. So I really don't even know what to think. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm kind of confused. I'm not sure. Gun to my head. Fuck it. Okay, which is most likely to flip? New Hampshire for Trump or Virginia for Trump? I'm gonna go Virginia. I'm gonna go Virginia. Now, again, I'm just guessing, but what are you going for me? Okay. So there's that. Anyways. So Running Mom says Hawaii blows her mind after they were treated so badly after the fire. You're saying like is so Democrat? Okay, yeah, I can kind of agree. Jedi McSwag says, will Donald mark the decline of the rainbow? if he wins. What does that even mean? The decline of like homosexuality or something? I have no idea what you mean. Um, Polite Rude Guy says, I'm profiting $10,000 from Trump stock right now. What does that even mean? Like you spent, okay, so like you bought low in the Trump odds, presumably, right? And then you like what? You stayed put and now you're up $10,000? I'm not sure. And it's still going up? Okay, interesting. But okay. Okay, so we've been streaming for an hour and 15 minutes. Do you guys have anything else to that you'd like me to cover? Because, I don't really have anything in particular to really talk about. Um you bought the stock in 2022? That's fucking crazy. Okay, wow. So that's what Polite Rude Guy said. It used to be called DWAC before the merge. What merge? What are you talking about? The Emperor says, "What's the earliest Trump's win will be announced?" Well, I'm not sure. I haven't really thought that through. I don't know what the deadlines are for like ballots, and it's like in particular like what the cutoff is for when they're gonna count or like officially notate when they're gonna have every single part of voting and like when it's gonna be done. Like for instance, like in Arizona, they purportedly will count the mail-in ballots before the election day ballots, which in a way makes sense. Though I will say that at that point, I don't know what the other several states that matter in the election will do insofar as counting. So Nevada, for example, took the longest to officiate for Joe Biden, let's say in 2020. So will that be the case again? In which case we're gonna have to wait days after the election. So maybe, gun to my head again, will we probably have, I don't know, what would you call it? 70, I'd say maybe 72 hours until they call the election. But then again, I'm not sure at all. But yeah, I just doubt they'd call it in 2000. Was it, like in 2024, we're gonna have so many mail-in ballots. I don't think they're gonna count it on election night. But then again, I could be wrong. Let's look into. Okay, hold on. Okay, interesting. I did not have super chats enabled for the stream. Okay. Can you guys confirm that I did not have super chats enabled for the stream? Because I thought I did. So that's important. That's important for me. Anyway, so let's make sure I fix that. Anyway, do we have any other questions? We are you tried giving me money earlier. No, I believe you. I just need to turn on the settings for super chats. Damn, I should fix that. What a self-defeating asshole I am for not doing that earlier. I thought I did. Okay, well, let's look at that. Earn. I'm looking at my studio right now. Again, this is a chill stream. I'm not trying to like perform too much. Like, I'm just letting things sag, so to speak. Um, let's see. You are eligible for supers. Okay. Mm. Super. Oh my God, I did not have it on. What a fucking idiot. Sorry, but there we go. Okay. Oh, thank God. Okay. Does it work now? Tell me if you see it now. Super stickers are not enabled. Okay, super chat, super thanks. Got it all on. There we go. Wow. Okay, let's reboot the app. Let's see if that works. Let me know if the super chats work now. I'm not sure if they do. Let me go into another account to make sure it does. Again, I know, like, oh my God, this guy doesn't want to entertain us. And it's like, okay, well, like, I was going to end the stream earlier. Okay, now it does work. It does work, right? So let me know if it does work. I'm pretty sure it does. I'm pretty sure it does. All right, so that covers that. What else can I cover in this channel? Oh, Billy Ray Brandt. Oh yeah, I was gonna make fun of this chick. She's gone months scot-free, frankly. So let's look into that for a second here. So we've got her. We've got she's got shorts. Oh yeah, she doesn't even upload videos. What the fuck? Okay, never mind. What the fuck? I'm confused. I'm actually confused here. Um, okay, give me a second here. I'm like trying to I have a very, I wouldn't call that a weak bladder. Let me sweep it up. I have a very alert bladder, so it's like I have spidey senses. Like I gotta, I've only, maybe it's been an hour since I last went, but I gotta take care of something. So let me give you something that will tide you over for the literal like 40 seconds I'll be off screen. So let's go for the Red Eagle Politics video. I don't know if I can, stuff in chat. I know most of you people like Jack, and I like him too. So let's just put on a random video for a second, okay?
Hello, everybody, and welcome
God, it's
back
loud.
to Red
Sorry,
Eagle
sorry,
Politics.
sorry,
Make
sorry.
sure you guys like this
Jesus
video
Christ,
down
son.
below and subscribe to the channel if you want
Okay.
to have our result from the final Atlas Intel poll.
Okay, give
We
me
have
1
Donald
minute.
Trump at 50%. He's leading the popular vote by 2% in the most accurate pollster from 2020 and 2022. In the full field, he actually leads 50 to 47. He actually led 51 to 48 in the last poll. This margin's a little bit more plausible, in my opinion, a little bit more realistic, but still a very good poll for Donald Trump. If he loses the popular vote by 2, there's still a very, very good chance he wins the election. So the fact that we're seeing this poll drop, Donald Trump leads by 2%, that is absolutely huge for Donald Trump. And in terms of the past record, because people may not remember what Atlas Intel had as their final margins before. In 2020, they showed Biden leading the popular vote by 4.7%. That was only a 0.2% miss, and they overestimated Biden. In 2022, they had Republicans winning the House ballot, the generic ballot, by 3.1%. So they overestimated Republicans by 0.3%. That's not bad either. When you take the average of those two polls, it's basically even. They don't have a track record of overestimating one side a lot more than they've overestimated another. And now we have their national poll, and Donald Trump leads it by 2 in the popular vote. If that is true, it is lights out for Kamala Harris. And some of what we're seeing in the early vote data kind of does align with that, because Republicans are doing extraordinarily well. They're hyped. They're hyped in the red areas. Democrats, they're having a problem. Yeah, they're going to get their high propensity voters out, but the low propensity wave that
Okay, I'm
carried
back.
them in 2020.
All right,
are
chat.
they gonna be
Okay,
able to
here we
get
go.
those
Okay,
voters to
let
the
me see. So pause him. All right. Let me see what the chat's saying. We've got hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to like get back on the live stream. There it is. All right. So my cam, no, what do you call that? The webcam. It's like it's at an odd angle at all times, and it's so sensitive to little wobbles that it gets off center. So all right. So we've got Parker Dodge that says, "Do you think, or do you believe, if Kamala wins, there could be another civil war? Um, the only way you believe that she could even win is through fraud. Do you really believe the polls? Question mark. In Wisconsin, we had polls showing that showing it by R plus 13, and he lost. Well, that just seems incoherent. That's like very just stupid. What do you mean? Polls had Trump up by 13. There's no fucking way. What poll? What are you talking about? No poll had Trump up by 13 in Wisconsin. Are you like what? And then when it comes to the way Kamala can win is through fraud. I mean, yeah, probably, but still, she could still win, I guess. Legitimately. Okay. The Emperor says, will you make a final election map? Yes. Yeah, why not? Thank you for the stream and answering my questions. Super chat was an on, says Brownie Mom. Oh, are you leaving me? I'm joking because I was exiting out the door too. So, PRG says, I remember I got 1.2 thousand, what was it called? 1.2 thousand views on a video I did on YouTube about Texas constitutional carry. Okay. So politics Rudy guy for 199 says, no cussing, God bless you. There we go. Nice. Sam says, yo, what's up? Yo. All right, good. Okay, I caught up a chat. Perfect. Got you. Okay, let's relax then. Okay, now I'm all cozy. We made $2 today, so we're making the daily wage of maybe some guy in Shanghai. So I'm very happy. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say, folks? Okay. Okay. Okay.
Donald Trump has a
Sorry.
66% chance of winning Kamala
Ha ha,
Harris
says Sam.
at just 34.
Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Put me to the corner. Wait, let me fix the screen real quick. So, I have a bone to pick with these fucking AI YouTubers. And what I mean by AI YouTubers are people that are most certainly like they're so generic and they have more views than me. And I understand that it's something having to do with the algorithm. They're just gaming the system, so to speak, but it just so much annoys me. And again, I'm not using proper syntax, but still like, oh my God, how the hell did these guys get views? Okay, let's look at this for a second. This race report person has 101,000 views in 6 hours, and the guy has 107,000 subscribers. Nuts. All right, go ahead and let's look at this.
With just 1 week left to go until the 2024 presidential contest, the betting markets show the former president in a 32-point lead. Furthermore, Trump leads in the national average now as well. With 0.2%, he is on target to win the popular vote, something not another Republican.
You see how generic the video is? It's boring as fuck, dude. Like, it might as well be AI, dude. The guy sounds like Jonah Hill. What a fucking clown, dude. And then all these boomers are like, oh my God, hold the line. Don't be overconfident. Oh, bring common sense to go Trump. Like, dude, like, you guys are fucking idiots, frankly. Like, how could you watch this? It's not entertaining. There's quite literally dozens of other people making better content, bro. What an ass. What an ass, dude. That it just really takes me off. Look, watch.
Has accomplished since 2004. Furthermore, considering how well Trump is doing right now, he is performing exactly as he did prior to Joe Biden's mid-July election.
What a fucking snooze fest, dog. It really gets me. It really gets me riled up. You know the Family Guy skit? They're like, what really grinds my gears, Lois? But like, actually, for real, dude. Fuck this guy. Anyway, I'm jealous. Envious. What's the right term? Pick one of two. Let's keep going. All right, so we've got, let's see. What do we have in chat? Polite rude guy for $4.99. Whoa, buddy. Thank you. File a lawsuit against gay marriage. I am I am the pro se lawyer. I filed an amendment complaint. My lawsuit has been going for about 2 years now. What if I win? So you're saying you're suing gay marriage is a thing constitutionally? I don't know what you mean. Which is interesting because I'm applying for law school soon. So because I'm a senior in criminal justice with a minor in criminology, and so I want to go to law school. Do I want to go to law school? I want to be a lawyer. And the point is like, okay, well, you seem to be a little more in that vein than the average person. Safe to say. All right. Roddy Mom for $5 says, thank you for all of the work and keeping us up to date. Well, thank you so much. And you know what's crazy? Should I say it? Basically, this girl told me, she's like, oh, like, what's the update? And I'm like, almost tempted to just like send her my YouTube channel, like, hey, I do this every day almost. But then, do I want college girls? Like, imagine sorority girls watching my content and then knowing me personally. That's like such a. What if Lalo says something crazy? The good thing is that I think most well-adjusted people don't have time to watch all my shit. So it's like, okay, please don't watch a live stream, okay? Anyway. Are those channels AI, says the Emperor? Honestly, I think some of them are. Some of them fucking are. And it's like, it really drives me up the wall, man. It drives me up the wall. I'm jealous. Fuck. Okay, I'll admit it. I don't care. But like people straight up just like AI. Like I believe some guy in like Mumbai or whatever the hell, some Indian is like, okay, white nerd sounding person, do YouTube video. And then they're like, okay, here it is. Ugh. AI content, man. What a lame thing. Proud Boy says, challenging the constitutionality of gay marriage. Oh, okay. Matthew Does Mapping says, I voted for the Constitution Party. Randall Terry, I live in a safe blue state and Trump isn't pro-life enough. However, I would have voted for Trump if in a swing state. What a dork. What a fucking idiot. No, dude. No, of course not. Dude, no. No. Suffa, Matthew. What a stupid decision, dog. Like, the popular vote matters. And, like, obviously one vote isn't the end of the world, and it's not even something to even really get mad about, but, like, seriously. What a fucking idiot. That really. I ran into some Christian people like that have like their own like Bible study today, and they were like, "Yeah, we're not really political." It's like, dude, okay, so I'm assuming they didn't vote, and assuming they didn't vote, what the fuck? You know, like, oh, you're too good to vote, like to vote for Trump. What do you like? What the fuck? Like, we're out here, we're suffering. And you're like, no, I'm too good. No, no, not Trump's not pro-life enough. Fuck you, really? What a like that really drives me up a wall. You know, this guy again, like I don't hate this guy, but a pastor goes up to me and he's like, "Oh, I know you run, X and Y. Well, like, why don't you tell your like people in the club, like, why don't you tell them about Prop 139? And Prop 139 in Arizona is about like abortion, and it's a liberal thing that if you vote yes on it, it'll allow abortion past the point of like basically, I think abortion is banned in Arizona through a technicality, and it would allow abortion up to 6 months. I think, I don't remember, but something like that." And the guy gives me like 100 fucking pamphlets or whatever of like pro-life stuff. And like in the back of my head, I'm like, dude, pro-life like ballot initiatives have lost in almost every single context. Like you look at Kentucky and the pro-choice move has actually gotten more votes. In Michigan, again, very much a swing state, the pro-abortion stance won by like upwards of double digits. Like, are you kidding me? These fucking devout, like single issue voter abortion people are the enemy, dog. They're so annoying. They're so annoying. They're so fucking annoying. I can't take it. I can't take it, man. Yeah, sorry, I'm too good. Yeah, Trump doesn't want to ban abortion. Oh, how about we win an election first, you asshole? Seriously. They're so they annoy me to no end. It makes me want to like scratch my skin off till I bleed. These people, holy shit, man. The amount of seed they have for these single issue like abortion people, it's like so insane to me, man. They're so fucking annoying. Like what the pro-life people need to do is convince everybody, like the majority of the country first, that they're right on the issue before they beg and blackmail politicians into like taking a position that like 2/3 of people don't agree with. Okay, like please. Anyway, tangent aside, what a waste of a vote, says the Emperor. I agree. Polite rude guy also agrees with me. Christians for Trump. Yeah, I agree. PGR. Sam says, do you think Kamala has a well, she's not Michelle Obama, isn't she? So no, I don't think she does. Sam thinks she does. Well, I disagree. John, what's your name? John Rudick says Trump is more pro-life than Kamala. First of all, second of all, politically, he can't come out and say he intends on signing a bill to ban abortion. I live in California, by the way, a blue state. No, I agree with you. He can't just say that. So for political expediency, it's best that he wins, even if he doesn't go out and say, "Oh, I'm going to ban abortion." And even if, why is that his problem? Like seriously, like these people that are like, "Oh, I'm pro-life," shut up. Frankly, God damn it, man. Like I agree. I agree mostly. Like okay, like abortion is awful, but like think about it. Most people don't agree with you, so don't be a douche about it. Please, for the love of God, and just vote for Trump, dude. Like, for example, let's say in principle, I agree with banning the income tax. Am I going to be the dumbass that's like, yeah, I'm voting Constitution Party? No, fuck you. Seriously. Scum of the earth, honestly. You could vote for Trump, but you're gonna be like, well, he wants to ban partial birth abortion, and like I wish that he would ban it like at the 4th month. No, who fucking cares? What's the difference anyway? What's the difference? These people are sick in the head, man. It's so annoying dealing with these types. Seriously, there's so many millions of like conservative Christians, and they're like, oh, he doesn't talk against abortion. How about you convince and what is Christianity? Evangelizing. How about you proselytize the message about how like abortion is bad, and then convince people before you make a politician commit a kamikaze attack on his own career by saying, oh yeah, I'm gonna ban abortion. No, come on, dog, really? Look at Trump. He got so much crap for Project 2025, something that he obviously didn't read all the way through. And what was that? But like, oh, we're gonna ban abortion, and that was like in a long-winded sense. And like, you're gonna think that if he just says it in a succinct point, that's gonna like somehow allow him to win. Like, are you kidding me? And then what is a idiot gonna say? Like, well, well, it's good to lose as long as you're honest. Okay, well, how did that work out for Mitt Romney, who was not honest, by the way? How did that work out for Mittens, by the way? Idiots. Fuck you guys. And I'm referring to the pro-life people that are like single issue and will not see the majority opinion for what it is, and it is exactly this, that they dictate the election. So, man, okay, ramble aside. Polite rude guy says we need a filibuster-proof Senate majority to ban abortion nationwide. Help us take the Senate. I don't think that's gonna happen. John Ruddick, yeah, says Ruddick. Okay, yeah. Sam says MAGA. No, I agree. All right. Polite rude guy says I'm super pro-life, but I vote every election. Yeah, well, exactly. I mean, the Amish are gonna turn out for Donald Trump apparently in Pennsylvania. Don't you think they're more like conservative than like a Christian pro-life, uh, you know, sort of person? And yet they're still voting for Trump because they understand right now that, lesser of two evils. And the whole the type of person that's like, okay, well, they both suck, so I'm not voting. Well, okay, jag off. Like, okay, well then don't vote. But this whole like I'm voting Constitution Party, like, no, dude, Constitution Party shouldn't even exist. What the fuck? Emperor says, what part of Arizona do you live in? I live in the Tucson area, vaguely, like Pima County. What state am I in? Well, that answered it. Yeah, I'm in Arizona. This is great. The weather fell 20 degrees overnight. Like, it was like 100 degrees yesterday, and it was like 68 today. It was crazy. I exaggerated, obviously. Like, it was not 20 degrees. It was more like 30. And then on the other hand, let me think. Who cares about the weather? When am I old? I'm 21, but like I'm peak age, I would think. I'm not talking about the fucking weather. All right. The Emperor says, I've been to Tempe, Arizona, very beautiful area. Yeah, well, yeah, no, Arizona is great, and it has no humidity, which I love. It's so good. Like, Florida is objectively very fucking cool. Like, cool. It's ran really well, but Florida is very humid, and I don't like it. John Ruddick says, do you believe Elon Musk will land on the moon during Trump's first term? Absolutely do. And I believe we will be knocking on the door of Mars around 2028 and perhaps landing on 2020, what was it, 2030 and 2031. Yeah, I can believe it. I don't see why it would be that hard. But then again, I don't know anything about it. Texas is better than Arizona. You could argue it. I've been to, oh wait, sorry. John Ruddick says, sorry, second term. Yeah, cool. Anyway, so insofar as Texas being better than Arizona, I've visited Texas several times. I've been to, namely, Dallas, Fort Worth, that area, Austin, Texas, and I've been to El Paso. And I'll tell you that Texas is better in a couple of different ways, but also this whole like, oh, everything's better in Texas, like the whole like ego, like, oh, Texas is so much better. That's so gay to me. Again, I'm not Texan, so like I have a bias, but they also have a bias, but they're not really mature about it. So no, I hate that sort of mantra. But then beside that, Texas is great, but I don't know if this is just because my friend lived in like a bad suburb or something, but like I think everything is so far from everything else in Dallas, in that area in specific. And then when it came to Austin, it was such a shithole when it came to like I was, like in bars with my friends, and there were all these like gay things. Like, I don't know. And I've heard before that Austin is like the liberal city in Texas, which I guess makes sense, but it's also like it's so like cringe in my opinion. It's like really, I would say very, I don't know. There was like a ton of gay shit, and beside that was around the time that the Nuggets swept the Lakers, and it was just like a bad time overall for many people. But it was maybe like a year or so ago. But yeah, Austin has a lot of good stuff. And I went to their Turning Point office, I think. But anyway, the point being is like Austin is like so much liberal garbage, so many homeless people, so much like gay clubs and stuff. It's like very off-putting to me, but maybe I'm insane. No. Arizona Deep Red. Base Seattle says, "Hey you, I used to live in Goodyear, Arizona. I keep hearing that name. I don't know where exactly that is. There's a lot of like tertiary cities in the fringes of Arizona. I don't know, like Bisbee, Tubac, no, what's it called? There's a town called Y, Arizona, like WHY, Arizona, and then Goodyear, it's somewhere. I don't fucking know. Um, Texas is more deeper than Arizona. Okay, so what? I mean, Alabama is too. You want to live in Alabama? You want to live in Wyoming? Who cares? John Ruddick says, well, no, it doesn't say anything. He's got like a jumping cheerleader, like super sticker for 9.99. Thank you so much, John. Wow, that's great. Austin is so gay, says polite rude guy. I'd agree. Austin has AIDS. Well, some of the people there must have AIDS. Austin has HIV, says polite rude guy. Yeah, probably some people do. And that reminds me of Roy Cohn. Anyway, uh, base Seattle says it's near Phoenix, Goodyear. So like Chandler, you know what I mean? So that's the thing about Phoenix, Arizona is that it's like one like metropolitan area, but there's like 4 or 5 different subcities. So there's like Tempe, Goodyear, Chandler, some other thing. What's the other one called? Buckeye? No. Buckeye. Buckeye is like very French. Asheville, North Carolina is a liberal shithole. While they didn't get help. Yeah, I know nothing about North Carolina. All I know is about. I think I saw the show Outer Banks. That's what I know. Go to sleep. It's past your bedtime. Says polite rude guy. 11 p.m. I fall asleep like at 1 or 2 p.m. A.m. typically. Yep, Buckeye out west, says Bay Seattle. Okay. Yeah, great. Um, you sent me some things on Twitter. What was it? It was like I have it on my computer somewhere. Where is it? It might be funny to show the rest of the people here because like if there's like let's say 20 people watching now, there will be a couple hundred come tomorrow. So let's see what you sent me. What was it? Notifications. Let's see. Uh, Oh yeah. Oh, this is so fucking funny. Okay, thank you for this recommendation. Okay, look at this. Jack Hopkins, whoever the hell that is, says. Okay, let me adjust the screen. Okay, there you go. The polls are not neck to neck. They're not even dead even. This has to be pure propaganda so Trump can whip his followers into a slobbering fit of rage when Kamala beats him by a wide margin. The polls have been influenced by billionaires backing Trump. This isn't rocket science. Do you believe that Biden beat Trump by the margin he did, and then we almost lost democracy in an insurrection attempt, and that 4 years later, dot 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 dot, it's dead even in quotes? You're smarter than this. You are. Yeah, so that cope is insane to me. And that's holy god damn. Okay, that's hilarious to me. Wow. What a great recommendation. That's so funny. I don't even feel like debunking that per se. Like that was so bad. That was so bad. Holy shit, that's embarrassing. Um, Let me zoom out my camera real quick. It's at 170 in my settings. Let's get it out to like oh my god, like no, 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 not like that, not like that. Yeah, I don't want to take up too much of the screen. All right, so there we go. So let me see. Well, what does the chat say? Are you a pre-tribulation, post-tribulation, or mid-tribulation type of guy in terms of the rapture? I used to have such a strong opinion of this like years ago. Um, I would say definitely I lean against pre-rapture or whatever that is, pre-tribulation. I'd say it's either mid or post. I would say probably I lean towards mid-tribulation rapture, so to speak, but I'm not sure. Liberals are weird, especially liberal women. No, I think liberal men are worse. Um, you should build your presence, your ex presence up. Oh, like Twitter. Yeah. I mean, I tweeted today. I haven't really tweeted recently. Again, I've been really busy. But yeah, no, probably yeah, sure. Um, the Emperor says Chink Uyghur meltdown will be hilarious. Yeah, I know. That's so funny. Yeah, Chink Uyghur. Chink Uyghur, and shout out Red Eagle Politics. He's like all the time. He does such a good impression of Chunk Yogurt, he calls him, I think. Where he's like, of course, Bernie Sanders will win the primary. Of course, they want socialism in America. Of course. It's pretty funny. And then, oh my God. Wait, hold on. Can I find this? Let me. Oh my God, this is so funny. Wait, hold on. Let me see if I can find it though. Um, Let me not spoil it. So it's gonna be Chink. Fuck. Hold on. What was the thing? Chink, Uyghur, Anna Kasparian. Oh, this is gonna be fucking amazing. Hold on. Also, Anna Kasparian has been leaving the left, so to speak, and she's hot. So, especially earlier on in the Young Turks, very, very cute. Which maybe I shouldn't say because she looks like my mom, but still, like, okay, hold on. There's a specific picture I'm trying to find of Cenk Uygur where he's like groping her ass cheek. Damn, where is it? I mean, it sounds weird now that I'm saying it out loud, but like, it's so funny. Um, Fuck, where is it? Damn it, where is it? I feel like an idiot. Um, where is it? I can't find it. Okay, look at this. Like, where is it? God dang it. Oh man, I hyped it up so much, but there's a video or like what do you call it? A picture where he like Cenk Uygur, who again is pretty unattractive, is standing, and then Anna's like in a salmon pink, like skin tone, like bandage colored, pink brown dress, and he has his hand like not even hovering over the ass cheek, but like on it, but in a way that is like actually somewhat antisocial. Cenk Uygur, that is. Crazy stuff, to be quite clear. But okay, I couldn't find the proof of it, which makes me sound like I'm accusing him of something horrible. But I mean, damn, I couldn't find it. Well, that's embarrassing, embarrassing for sure. Okay, let's read the chat a little bit. Let me put myself as a focal point of the screen again. There we go. I don't think Shank will be surprised this time, says Bay Seattle. Yeah, I agree. Polite Rude Guy says, run for president in the future. I'll see you on the debate stage. Yeah, I know. I'm curious how old you are because a lot of older people say like, "Oh, you should be the president." And it's like, "Okay, yeah. Sure." I also found that like, yeah, I do want to be the president like in principle down the line, but I also think that talking about it is such a douche move. It's such a douche move. It's so I don't know. It's like, I want to be the president, like fuck you. Like if I okay, maybe it's just me, but like if I hear anybody else in the like for the most part, "Oh, I want to be the president when I grow up." Fuck you, kid. What do you deserve? Huh? Right? Am I crazy, or is it like, like you don't deserve it? What have you done? Like all these former presidents have done so much for the country. What do you deserve? You want to be president? Why, bitch? Entitled little brat? No. So, from my point of view, I just don't like talking about it because, like, while I do want to aspire to that sort of level, I don't want to just like rub it in everybody's face because it's like, what have I even done to deserve it? Frankly, there's likely thousands, if not a few million people that deserve to be president more than me. Especially right now, down the line, obviously, like let's say in 20 or 30 years, different equation, obviously, but at the same time, it's like, okay, well, let's not indulge in it too much. But thank you for that point you made in the comment section right there. See me on the debate stage. This is what Rude Guy said. Yeah, well, I think I do great in the debate stage. I'd like, my only problem with debating is that I might overcook it. You know what I mean? Like I might be a little too cutting, but I think I would do great in debate. I should talk about this. Okay, never mind. But yeah, um, the Great Convergence says liberal men are worse because they are trying to get liberal women. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like male feminists. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Um, Bay Seattle says I think Oregon might flip there because in a poll in July, Trump was only down by 6. Okay, it never polled. It's never pulled, but I wonder what it's at now. So in reference to the state of Oregon. I don't know. Um, be right back, says polite right guy. Polluted rude guy, sorry. Polluted rude guy also says, take your friend and fam to vote Trump based Seattle. Okay. Milk Cow says, good night, Lalo. Thank you. But also, Milk Cow, did you send a super chat earlier? Just saying, just saying. Have you sent a super chat before? Um, polite rude guy says that he's 27, I'm assuming. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. What are you drinking? Says Space Seattle. I've had Red's Wicked. What do you call this? Red's Wicked Apple Ale, whatever the fuck. So that's 8%. They're 24 ounces each. I've had almost two of them. But again, we're just relaxing. Nothing crazy. I have noticed too, by the way, like like the effect came in. The shitty thing about alcohol, I don't know if it's just me, but it's like you feel nothing and then you feel something, but it's like too sudden. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, well, like what the hell? Like make it as linear as possible. But here we are. The Emperor says he's 21. Were you assuming I was asking you? But I was asking the polite rude guy. But if you're 21, I'm 21 too. Bay Seattle's a solid lull. Well, I'm not a lightweight by any means, but I do resent like feeling the effects too early though. That's like such a shitty thing. Um, but anyway. So polite rude guy says, should we ban alcohol again? Question mark. And then he also says, he says yes. No, I think alcohol really helps a lot of things. Again, in a very tertiary sense, in a way that is intangible, because like for instance, when you're meeting new people, and not even meeting new people, but like being in an event where it's like not the best, it helps a lot. Like for instance, at a lot of political mixers, you're like meeting new people and it's like, oh my God. Because again, in me at such a low level, it's like, oh, you're the president of like this. Oh my God, Lalo, it was so nice to meet you. It's like, dude, okay, like I've done this like at a mixer, at a function. I have to do this like 3 times a week. And it's like 2 dozen people I have to meet. Like, oh, I'm the chairman of this county's whatever it's like, okay, well, let me at least like loosen up a little bit. But like an God forbid an IPA, which I don't like. It's very much like a white people beer thing, but holy shit. Oh my God. Okay, polite rude guys laughing at what I'm saying, but it's true. But it's true. It's like Jesus Christ. If there were no alcohol, imagine putting up with like so much small talk. That's why I like have respect for Bill Clinton, who at least pretends to fucking care when he meets new people. Granted, Bill Clinton, he went to a McDonald's I think like a week ago, and he goes there, and the black chick working at the counter is like, "Oh yeah, are you Joe Biden?" And is like, and he pretends like he is Joe Biden, I guess. And it's like, God damn, if I were him, I'd be so pissed. I was the former president. I'd be like, what the hell? Now, I feel your pain, Taniqua, but like, you need to know who the president was 30 years ago. I feel your pain. I don't know. Is that a good Bill Clinton impression? What do you call it? Impersonation? White people beer says Space Seattle. Well, I mean, yeah, IPA. What brown person drinks IPA willingly, or even has a succinct opinion about it? I've had enough of them, like maybe half a dozen IPAs, where it's like, dude, what the fuck is this? Uh, there's the Voodoo Ranger, but there's also the so many like local stuff, and I'm like, dude, this sucks. And people will try to advertise it as like, oh, this beer was made in Arizona. That is typically a bad thing, actually. Okay, actually, like you can never go wrong with like a what was it called, a Yellow Jacket or like a Coors Banquet. But then a lot of people is like, okay, well, let's do the Fireman beer or whatever the hell it is, and the Voodoo Ranger, and we're gonna do the Arizona's whatever the hell. And it's like, dude, that sucks. And a lot of people fall into the delusion of like, well, the IPA has more alcohol in it, which is true, but it's also like it's ass. Um, Bay Seattle says that he loves Guinness and he loves it, and only dark beer he likes. Guinness Guinness is really weird for me. Guinness is it's all over the place. I don't know. I don't know what to think about it. I don't like it though, generally. It's really weird. It's hard to describe. But Guinness beer is so like it's creamier. It's also I don't know. It's insane. I don't know. I don't know. I would have to try one right now, but it's like, nah, I don't know. Polite rude guy says, I voted for Trump in 2016. What was your first election? 2022, I think. Polite rude guy was 18 when he voted for Trump. What was it, like 8 years ago? Okay. Um, Bay Seattle says, what was it? Mine was 04, your first election. Okay. Yeah. Cool. All right. So I caught up with the chat. What else do we have in here? Bay Seattle says he just turned 40. Okay. Um, Let me see what else is going on here on my notifications real quick. So we've got Dan says he early voted 2 days ago. Lalo, you should be proud of me. What a weird thing to say. What is that profile picture? What the hell is that? Again, I'm looking at a, like, for context, I have a 15-inch Victus gaming laptop, whatever the hell that means. Anyway, so I have this laptop, 15 inches. I'm staring right at it right here. The webcam is right here, and then I've got the other monitor. It's an HP LP 2475W. And the thing with this is that it's I think it's like 25 inches, so it's a lot bigger than this laptop. Though I would say that again, it's like if I extend my arm the whole way, and my wingspan is 5'11", it's like 3.5 feet away from me, so like it's hard to read the chat. So when I look at the screensavers, or like largely the profile picture, it's, I don't know, it's disconcerting because I can't even tell what they are. So when the Dan guy says, I really voted like 2 days ago, Lalo, you should be proud of me, I don't know, it comes off as like, I don't know, childlike, I don't know. Anyway, the Emperor says Elon should buy CNN and MSNBC. Why not? Yeah, I don't know how the money looks like for Elon. He took a big loss by buying Twitter, by the way, which is why the liberals let him buy it, because it was such a money sink. YouTube is also a similar facet of that, because again, YouTube loses people. Wait, is my audio working? Hold on. I don't know how the money looks like for Elon. He took a big loss by buying Twitter, by the way, which is why the liberals let him buy it, because it was such a money sink. YouTube is also a similar facet of that, because again, YouTube loses people. Wait, is my audio working? Hold on. I don't know how the money looks like for Elon. Okay. Mute it. Oh, fuck me. Wait, what? Okay, it's not muted, I think. Though the desktop audio, the desk, fuck. The desktop audio for the OBS doesn't show that it's moving, and it's a granular sort of it works off of like a colored gradient. So on my other screen, it should show that the audio levels are moving, though I never observed it in the first place. So like in my recordings, it should have been moving like in at a sort of variance where it shows like, again, the audio is moving and that it's working, though on live stream it doesn't do that. But obviously I never checked it because the audio was working to begin with when I booted up the live stream, and so for this to be the case I got confused. But anyway, I'm back. 40-second deluge of confusion there, but let's catch up with the thing here. Provost chat. We know. Oh, okay. Politics. Rude guy says, "What is your major?" Again, I said, "What was it?" Oh yeah, no. So it's. I said it like 10 minutes ago. It was criminal justice, and it's also a minor in criminology. Go buy a monitor? No, fuck you, politics rude guy. I need to save my money for betting on the election, buddy. Dan says, It's holding a bunch of cash. I said you would, not you should. So you're saying I would be proud of you for voting early. What is the difference in you rephrasing it? Who cares? Dan says it comes off childish when you slept in a stinky RV. Ooh. And then disappear. But I'm right here, queer. I don't know what you want me to say. Politics Rude Guy says, once you gain more fame, you will ignore the chat and only look at the super chats. Well, everybody does that, and there's nothing wrong with that, by the way, right? Let me see here. YouTube shut veteran biker right down after the night midstream. What the fuck does that even mean? YouTube shut veteran biker right down down the other night midstream. Who's veteran biker? What do you mean? This is the start of the Lalo solo arc, says Provo. Nah, let me think here. Yeah, the Roddy Mom comment just completely threw me off. What the fuck do you even mean here? Veteran biker? What does that even mean? What? Anyway. Give me my wrenches, Provo. You think I care? Why would you want a wrench anyway, dipshit? Chill out. Let's see here. What do I want to put on here? Will you give what is it? What does that say? Will you be at Inauguration Day when Trump wins? Should I talk about that publicly? Maybe. I'll say maybe. I'll say maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I can. When you sign an NDA, you don't know what it covers, but anyway, maybe I'll be there. Okay, so Michael Shepard says, thoughts on Michigan. So the Dems are up plus 7, but nearly 2 million banked so far. So GOP currently needs about So GOP, so Republicans need to currently win the remaining 4 million voters by about 5 points. Well, I don't know what you're talking about exactly. So the Dems up by 7. I would have to look up what you mean exactly. I'm not sure. He's a political YouTube guy who the veteran biker. Should I look that up or something? Let me be a mod, polite rude guy. I mean, I might make you a mod actually. Send another super chat and I will. Okay, how about that? Okay, you sent $20, I'll make you a mod, polite rude guy. How about that? Dan says you'd be proud of my vote. Not that I voted. Geez, you're slow, Lalo. I'm not slow at all. I'm like I'd say I'm damn near the smartest person my age on the internet by far. Like instantly. What are you talking about? Anyway, so Provo says I need to stand out. Wrench emoji. 3 wrenches emoji. No, Provo. Why did you get wrench? Huh, bitch? Okay. You think I forgave you after that bong hit, buddy? Maybe I have actually. I don't know. I honestly don't really care, but that was such a dick move of you to tell me to do that. What an asshole. I'm an adult, so my fault. But Michael Shepard says, do you know how much the GOP won Election Day vote in 2020? I don't recall, frankly. What a politician answer. Holy fuck. Okay, whoa. Polite Rude Guy says $20 for mod. Okay, well, you got it, buddy. Holy shit. Awesome. Okay. You got the wrench. Okay, 20. Okay, you got it. Okay, fuck it. Hey, wow, great. That's amazing, dude. That is amazing. Phenomenal. Wow. Holy shit, dude. Very impressive. I love that. Dude, I cannot lie. Oh my god. Thank you so much. So like I said, very my spider senses are tinkling, or what do you call that? My spider senses are what's the motif here? The movies, the Sam Raimi movies came out when I was a little kid, so let me think. My spider senses are tingling, okay? Okay, there we go. So let me see. I use my Trump stock money emoji. Okay, well, thank you. Let me see who's live right now. We've got Ava. Oh, the redhead, okay. Let's play her stream for 2 minutes, or 1 minute, while I go ahead and address my bladder, okay? Let's see. There we go.
You guys know what that means.
Dead air. Okay, thank you. I'll play this
Is
for
he
1 minute while I
implying
go
that,
to the
like,
bathroom.
Rachel
Thank
was
you.
like, you have to come, bring your family, bring Annette. Now, maybe I just watched too much true crime, okay? Maybe I just watched too much true crime. So that puts off alarm bells in my head. I don't know. I'm not even gonna go into that point. I'm not.
So, you guys really send Rachel some love when you get a chance when you see her. She's a real sweetheart. Lizzie Tish.
They're hauling all this
Red.
shit.
I wanted to share them with Annette and Gloria.
And then tell me who the hoarder is again? Tell me who the hoarder is again? Who's the hoarder?
And joy. Instead of just giving them to Goodwill or something. Hey, baby. It looks like they might be moving or something. Hi, everyone. We're back.
Yeah, guys, this is pretty much. And do you like to wear makeup, Maddie? I've never. No. This is pretty much the gist of what I have to say. It's just
Okay, we're back.
weird.
Alright.
Okay, see, this is where I
Okay.
tuned back in again. She brings out another joint.
All right, there we go.
Another joint.
So now that I'm back, how did you guys like that absence of
Like-
my existence right there?
This chick is tweaking.
Shut up. All right, there we go. So let me catch up on the chat. OPC Don says, "Congrats, polite rude guy. Your first act should be banning Provo." What? Polite rude guy says, and he's with a wrench. He's very dignified right now. Lalo went to the bathroom, just in case anybody was wondering. Great update. Yes, true. The Emperor says, "What did Provo do?" What didn't he do is the question. Oh, okay, very trite. Anyway, so my lord. Okay, so what did I miss in the Ava stream? Oh my god. What is the title? Rich takes family to the trap. What the is that even English? What? What the hell? Anyway. All right. So what else do we have here? Oh, my god. So I was looking at the Twitter. I will not ban Provo, says polite rude guy. I agree. Yeah, why ban anybody at some point, you know? But anyway, do we have anything to look at here? Again, I'm asking you. There's a Bernie Sanders meme that's like, "I'm asking you one more time to donate." But actually, let me restart the counter or the timer in this case. What do you guys want me to talk about? I'm not sure. You tell me what to talk about. Give me any questions. I don't know. I went on for way longer than I initially anticipated. You know, I was going for like a good 45 minutes. I'm at over 2 hours. So what's going on here? I don't know. So you let me know. When do you normally stream? Basically never. I have what, like a dozen streams in the past year. So I don't really stream often. Because I don't really have time. And that seems like bullshit for most people, but like I genuinely do not have like a 3-hour block of time where I don't have to like either do something actually in person, or I have to take a call from somebody, or somebody needs me for something, or again, family stuff. It's like, okay, well, holy shit. So I don't get any time. it really annoys me. Like tomorrow, like I'm gonna go to school, and then I'm gonna like, then I have like 30 people that need me for something for like 3 hours, and then I gotta like, I can't even talk about like 80% of my personal life because it's like it's too fucking interesting. I don't know. Ah man, it annoys me. Anyway, the emperor says, "Is Trump the greatest president of all time?" Obviously not. Uh, Cowboys or Texans? This polite Rudy guy. I'd say Cowboys because my dad is a Cowboys fan. So, but also my dad, well, it came up in football when the Cowboys were great, like in the '70s and the '90s, and then what was it? I believe the Texans didn't exist until what, like 2002. So, politics Rudy guy says, "I work Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. So that's what, like 9 hours off weekends. So if you need help, perhaps on those days." Well, okay, we got that. Jotted down. Yeah, I'm busy like 24/7 almost. I don't know how it's even possible. It really, like, if we weren't winning the election, I'd really hate my life. But oh my God, it's crazy. It's so crazy. It's so crazy right now. But again, the election's next week. What sports do you watch? I watch the NFL compulsively. I have some friends that are like, "Oh, the Dodgers are gonna sweep that." It's like, dude, shut the fuck up. Okay, I do not care about baseball at all. I played baseball as a kid for a little bit, and I just hated my life. Okay, so like I hate baseball so much, and it's so boring too. Like I'm at a party of one of my friends, and like they have the World Series in the background in one of the TVs in the entire party. And like I would go to the bathroom, an hour and a half later, it's like the same thing. It's just like, will he like pitch the baseball? Will he hit the baseball? It's like so slow paced. It really does. I believe drive a guy crazy. It's so boring. I don't know. And they'll be like, oh, like it's so much more fun in person. It's like, dude, what the fuck? So like again, like I'll like chastise the sport to somebody who watches it, and they'll be like, yeah, well in person it's a lot more fun. Yeah, well like no shit, obviously. What kind of defense is that? Right? What a stupid thing to say. Um, okay. Do you watch anime? Not really. But Rudy Guy says, My Hero Academia just ended, final season is next. I've only really ever seen Dragon Ball Z all the way through. So like Dragon Ball Z, and that's about it. I didn't see GT. I haven't really seen Dragon Ball the original show. I haven't really seen Dragon Ball Super, I think it's called. But no, I was really obsessed with Dragon Ball Z for several years, like like middle school, elementary school. I had a thing called my dad bought me at Best Buy. What was it called? Like I think I got like one of those got one of those Dean's List things, right? When I was a little kid, and they had this thing called like the orange box set for the Dragon Ball series, and I think I got the Cell Saga. And back then they had DVDs, so instead of having like like one Blu-ray or something, it was like 7 different discs, and it was called a red box. Or no, that was the that's like the rental thing. No, I'm talking about the orange box set. I think again, I'm like thinking back like 11 years, but it was the orange box set, and it was in particular the Cell Saga, Android Saga. It depends on how you break it down. Again, very nerdy, whatever. The Emperor says, "You watch Star Wars?" Not really. I saw the Force Awakens. I saw. Wait, hold on. I saw like the really big one in 2015. When I'm talking about the one with Daisy Lee. What's the girl's name? Not Ridley Scott. What's the girl's name? Daisy something. Force Awakens, I believe. And then there was like the one with the damn, what the fuck was it called? But it was like a prequel to the original Star Wars, and it was having to do with like the damn, what the fuck was it? Anyway, I've seen only a couple of those like big reboot movies, and insofar as like the original Star Wars, I've seen like little clips of it, I guess. Um, Marvel or DC Comics is full polite rude guy. Daisy Ridley. Okay, there you go. So Marvel or DC, I would take probably. Wow. Okay, I would have to think about it, but yeah, probably DC. I'm a really big Batman guy personally. over like Superman, for example, or even Spider-Man. So I'll take Batman. Like what's the really good comic I'm thinking of? Not the Dark. Okay, not the Dark Knight Returns, but like the one that's not Batman Year One, not Hush. What was it? The Killing Joke, maybe the Killing Joke, like the one where like the Joker has like the camera, like the old style, not Polaroid, but like the camera where he snaps it like this, and his face is so dilapidated. It's like actually really, wow, very scary shit. I don't know, I love it. As a little kid, I used to be really scared of not only the show Gargoyles on late night like cartoon whatever, but the Toyman from Superman. I don't know how old that show was, like a cartoon animated show, but Toyman from Superman. Oh my god, that was fucking terrifying to me. Um, The Long Halloween. Oh really? Okay, okay. I wouldn't have thought of that. But I remember that now. Polite Rude Guy says, been watching The Penguin on HBO Max. It's pretty good. That has Tom Hardy from Venom as the protagonist. Yeah. Okay. HBO. I don't know if I have a subscription to that, so I might have to buy that. But yeah, Penguin. No, it seems good. It's a good concept. I have a childhood memory. My family used to have what was it called? VHS tapes, not Betamax, but VHS tapes. And so they had one Batman Forever or Batman whatever the hell it was, but it was like the one with Michael Keaton, I'm assuming. And so they had Penguin played by I don't know what the fuck it was, Danny DeVito. But anyway, short, fat, very ugly. The Penguin, huge nose, would bite other people's noses. Very disconcerting to see that when you're like 8 years old. But again, um, so you're free loading off your friend on HBO. Okay, well, that's convenient. Yeah. Okay, got you. Batman Returns. Okay, great reference. Yeah, got you. There's another one. I don't know if that was in the same like concept, but there was like, and again, I don't know if this is like appropriate, but there was like a Batwoman or Catwoman. Um, was it played by Michelle Pfeiffer? Maybe I don't know, but that was great. I don't know. Fuck, I want to look that up so bad. Catwoman. Who played it? It's like a outfit with like stitches on it almost. What was it called? Um, was it 2004? I doubt it. Not that one. No, not the one with that. No. Was it Michelle Pfeiffer? I'm not sure. Anyway, Emperor says, "Have you seen the Dark Knight trilogy?" Yeah, yeah, I have, and it's amazing. Yeah. Polite rude guy says, "What if President Trump said during a rally, I'm Batman?" Um, that'd be gay because he probably couldn't do it right. Anyway, so Catwoman, what was it? Nicole Kidman? No, it must have been Michelle Pfeiffer, right? I don't know. I'm trying to look. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Thank God I was right. Okay, there we go. There we. I was right. Let's go. I was right. Perfect. This was amazing. I don't know. It was so I'm not like necessarily into this whole thing necessarily, but the context around it in my memory, again, I haven't seen this movie in like literally 15 years, but um I don't know, the ambience of it was again very disconcerting, very memorable. Okay. Um what's it? I only clicked on this because Britney looks really good in this. Michelle Pfeiffer responds to Britney Spears obsessing over Catwoman. Okay, chat. One's in chat if you really think that this is an amazing picture of Britney Spears. Like, wow, this looks so good to me. Anyway, goddamn. Okay, back into focus. Let's rechat. Um, polite Rudy guy says, when will you get married? 30, 40, or younger? Good question. That's such a good question. If I were to answer honestly, it would be a bad look. Let me think here. Okay. So insofar as the marriage question is concerned, I historically have planned to get married in my late 20s because I want to like graduate. I want to graduate from my normal degree first, and then if I go to law school, that's another 3 years on top of this year right here. So I'd be what, like 25 or something like that once I'm done, 24. And so if that's the case, then you know, I just don't want to like get married in school at all. That's why would I want to do that? So I want to do that. Then I want to maybe build myself up for a few years after law school. And then maybe when I'm like, let's say 26, 27, 28, I want to get married then. Um, it's a very complicated question, obviously, because like I don't wanna get married too young. There's no real incentive to do that because I don't want to have a kid early, especially when when you know like I don't have money for that. So I just yeah, I just want to hold that off until like after 25. So okay. 29. Why do you put 29, polite rude guy, for you? Like you want to get married at 29? Agent K says, "What would be the first warning sign on election night for Trump?" So I guess you're asking, what would be like the first red flag? Well, the first red flag would be in this case if the election day turnout for Donald Trump would be lower than what was anticipated by the mainstream media. So I guess that would be it. Also, what is your wish list for Chris Nolan's next movie? Well, honestly, I don't really view it as like, because I know Christopher Nolan is a really good director, and I like basically everything I've seen from the guy, but wish list, I don't think about it that much. Now, historically, my best friend is like this huge history buff. Not history, sorry. Film, you know what I mean? Like, what do you call it? He goes to all of these like festivals or whatever the fuck. Like pre-screenings for the movies. What's the term? Cinephile? I don't know what the hell it is. But anyway, he's really into the movie, so he's like, oh, this director is like X and Y. I'm like, okay, whatever. Insofar as Christopher Nolan's concerned, for your question though, wish list for next movie. I don't fucking care. I don't know enough about him, like what he directed, what Dunkirk, the Batman trilogy, and some other stuff. I don't know. So for let's see, we've got okay. So polite rude guy, I got you right. A cinephile, says the Emperor. Yeah, got you. Eric says I have to go back MAGA. Maybe. No, I'm just kidding. Maybe. I forgot. I had the cutout right here. Anyway. Cinephile. Okay, so what else? So I caught up with the chat. Um, I lost focus on what I was gonna say earlier, though. What was it exactly? Um, holy shit. Uh, oh my God. Whoa, buddy. Um, so polite rude guy also says, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Okay, wait. I'm trying to multitask so many different things. Um, So polite Rudy guy says, in order for Trump to win, he needs to match the 2020 turnout and then pick out some Biden supporters and flip enough of them for Trump. That would be a good signal for Trump winning. Also, the margin for VA. So that was the response to one of the previous comments from like 5 minutes ago. Yeah, I agree. Basically, yeah, of course. But also, Edward says, "Hola, Lalo." Okay. Wait, you mispronounced my name. Wait, there's a typo there. Okay, so Suffa Edward actually. Eric W says the Furby. Okay, what? Um, Agent K says, "What is your cocktail or cigar of choice if Trump wins?" Well, that's something I need to sort out. You know, like I had a cigar for the first time, I believe, last month, maybe a couple weeks ago. Which a cigar is pretty tough. I don't know if I'm a complete like limp, wristed person, but like you know, like I took an hour and a half to finish a cigar, and I didn't even finish it. I was like 2/3 of the way there for a cigar, but it feels super masculine smoking it. You know, so it's like a great piece. So anyway, cigar wise, I don't know anything about them, but I do definitely want a cigar for next week. Cocktail of choice. I don't really know enough about alcohol for that. Insofar as cocktail, that would mean like, you know, like a base drink and then a mix of something. Last week I had what was it? Coke Zero and What was the actual alcohol for that? It was Captain Morgan, maybe. That was pretty good. Or no, it was like a Long Island something. Whatever, I don't know enough to actually give a good answer to that. uh, Politics Rude Guy says, Biden moment since you forgot. Yeah, well, I have a lot of these moments. Why are you squinting? Says Edward. Well, am I? Um, the Prawn says, I hosted a debate on Harris versus Trump earlier on the economy. That's great. I'm glad I asked. What a white thing for me to say, by the way. Oh, anyway. So Agent K says cigars should last 2 or 2.5 hours. I recommend a Marin a Macanudo cigar. I'll send you a couple. Okay, well that'd be good actually. Like if you're serious about that, yeah, I love cigars. That'd be great. They're actually pretty expensive compared to cigarettes, which I'm not a big fan of cigarettes anyway. But a cigar, imagine the optics of cigars. It's just like super good. Okay, great. Okay. OPC Don says, wait, hold on. Edward says, put us up, Lolo. No, Lola. Okay, so typo on purpose. We have questions. Well, how about you spell my name right first? Okay, so OPC Don says, the prawn says, so referring to that guy, I went into Tariak's, whatever the fuck that means, Tariak chat and thanked him. He's down to come back if you can get Lalo to come debate him too. What a nonsensical comment to make. What a boring thing to put there. Eric says, I can't wait to watch the meltdown on Plebit when Trump wins. So I guess he meant Reddit. The prawn says, yeah, at Lalo, please come debate sometime. That's on the back burner for now. JTO Poker says, when's the next time you're going to see... I don't know. Edward says, prawn, why is he hiding? Question mark. Okay. Anyway, so the reason why I was having a mid-spasm, and by mid-spasm I mean I was like distracted, was I was on, obviously I played the Ava stream for like 2 minutes, and I saw my name highlighted like half a dozen times. So I was interested in what was going on. So PRG says, do you ever have viewers join in on the live? Well, I have OBS, so I don't know on StreamYard, which is like this like ghetto ratchet thing, streaming platform wise, you can pretty easily invite other people to talk to you, but I'm using OBS right now, like I do for my YouTube videos, and to have a person call in, they would have to either like call my iPhone and then I could like play it on speaker, or I guess I could like maybe have a Discord call, but yeah. Anyway. Let's see here. Do I have any pets? Not really. Okay, so Michael Shepard says, Precision Politics shared that Republicans lead the early vote in New Jersey. Aren't there more Democrats registered in New Jersey? Well, that's crazy. Okay, so that most likely seems like a fluke because, I mean, if Trump were to win the early vote, in the same way that it's correlated with the fact that, again, early vote tends to be more liberal and mail-in vote tends to be more liberal than election day vote, then that would indicate that, again, New Jersey being Republican overall would prove that, again, the swing states would be super Republican. I don't see that being the case, though, so that seems like a one-off. Anyway. Eva ended her stream, ascended her viewer. I haven't even been looking at the chat actually, like insofar as the viewership of the thing. Let's see what's on here. Hold on. Ava ended her stream. Well, that fucking sucks. I was trying to see what she was saying about me. Anyway, whatever. No big deal. All right. So let's catch up with the chat here. I could hop on Discord. What Discord? Marcus Clay says, man, your energy is so different from when you were meeting the, well, what do you even mean by that, Marcus? Different in what way? Lolo, you barely can open your eyes. Come on, we can fix you. Very weak attempt at gaslighting there. How serious are you about growing this channel, Lolo? I'd say, out of 10, I'd probably say a 3, frankly, because I got so many other things going on right now. Again, 10 days from now, after the election and everything's settled, things could be different insofar as like how much free time I have. But obviously, this takes a last priority to a lot of different things. And I don't say that to mean like, oh, I don't care about YouTube, but like I don't really have free time for anything. I have a PlayStation 5 like 3 feet away from me that I haven't used in weeks. A lot of people could make a lot more use of that, but like seriously, like I do not have the time for that. Anyway, so the process says, "Oh shit, you should come to Vegas, meet up with Ava, Ruby, and I." Oh, that's so stupid. Okay. Marcus Clay says, "We've missed you so much, buddy. We thought you were on Oh, okay. Let's see here. So Vegas meetup, no, thank you. The casino thing. I saw the casino thing. What was I gonna say about that? The casino thing. I thought it was fair game, honestly, to be quite clear. So, okay. So Marcus Clay says, "You seem more on your toes and quick-witted. Now you're just washed up athlete after his prime." Well, I'm like the Adrian. What was the what athlete could I use in this example? Adrian Peterson. What's an old guy still in the league that's not quite up to snuff? Devontae Adams, Aaron Rodgers. Insofar as quick-witted, I don't think I have that problem at all. But anyway. Mike Stewart says, "Hi, y'all, from Swing State, Michigan. I voted last week by absentee ballot." Well, that's good. I was born in Saginaw. Well, where was I born? Yeah, I was in Saginaw last year or so. Where are you at? So Polite Rude Guy says, "I have a friend that does videography. If you ever need more help, would you be interested in linking up with my friend?" Do you mean videography insofar as like editing stuff, or like what do you exactly mean by that? I don't know. So like editing and whatnot, I haven't really looked into that because again, before last month, my laptop couldn't really even handle that. But nowadays, it could possibly. It's just that again, free time has been a big issue. So the Princess says, "It's called having fun, Lalo, comma, I know you don't have much." I mean, looking at your dead eyes for more than 2 seconds, you'd know that you're definitely wrong about that. So how about you keep your mayo ass shut the fuck up, okay? Anyway, Michael Shepard says, "To be honest, although I supported Obama in 2008, but now I would vote McCain." Wait, oh, so in hindsight, no way I would vote for Romney given how he turned out. Okay, got you. Editing, says Polite Rude Guy. Got you. He has a good PC. Okay. Emperor says Mitt Romney is a traitor. I wouldn't really say so. Let's see here. Marcus Clay says, "You're like Adrian Peterson with the fact that you still got it, but you're missing something. I can't put my finger on it." Well, I mean, Adrian Peterson hit his kid with what was it? What was the scandal with Adrian Peterson like 10 years ago? It was like hitting his kid with a switch. Can't put my finger on it. Can you put a switch on it? Anyway, I don't know. Who are you voting for, Lalo? I voted for Trump, obviously. Pranza says the mayo is delicious. What a bad comeback. Jesus Christ. Okay, but I want to see the end of the Ava stream because I want to see, because my name was highlighted a lot. So let's see if I was mentioned.
It's just giving Rich vibes right now.
My link sucks. That was not too slow. Let me give you another one.
Oh my God, Rich. Thank you.
Any better? The link worked for me. I mean, what are you doing? She's cold.
Nope.
Does she want me to go on her stream? Is that what she wanted me to do instead? I guess I gotta do that.
No,
Man.
I'm about to end it.
What do you guys think?
Okay, wait, hold on.
This content is awful. What the fuck am I watching here? Wow. Okay, so let me see. This was 5 minutes removed from when she finished the stream. Skip.
Sorry, I admit it. I'm a more attractive man. I know. Okay, I'm sorry. So mind-numbingly boring and biased. Trump's gonna win in a 48-state landslide.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Well, I know. Okay.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
single,
okay. Here it is.
To my wife, banging a more attractive man. I know. Okay, I'm sorry, but I think that this is a sweet spot. I'm trying to do the shorter streams. Flo is gonna guest judge on the dating show. Oh, dude, Flo State's so fun. Such a shame he's single. Since you wanted, no, dude, I tried. looking at Lalo's stream, and it was literally so mind-numbingly boring and biased. I just couldn't do it. Like, there's no useful information there at all. There's no useful information, right? It's just complete bias. He's like Tim Pool when Tim Pool was like, Trump's gonna win in a 48 state landslide. Like, you're just not connected to reality. He's just saying whatever is biased to appeal to his Republican audience. But
That's
yeah,
so stupid.
thanks XP.
That's
Guys,
so
don't go
fucking
watch
stupid.
it. You're gonna be bored out of your.
That's so stupid. Oh my god. Lalo is so biased. No, I'm so right. You fucking imbecile. Okay, give it a week. Holy shit. Oh, I'm gonna be so vindicated. The whole millennial what do you call it? Motif is like, oh, liberal tears. No, I'm just talking about like in general. You're gonna be so off base. Wow. You're so biased towards Trump. I'm very obvious about it. I got the fucking cutout here. I got the fucking hat. Obviously, I've given away most of the hats I have, but point being is that the best one I have right here, and it's like very clear the guy Donald Trump is going to win. And beside it, it's also like very, very much out of touch to think that he's not gonna. So
To appeal to his Republican audience. But yeah, thanks XP. Guys, don't go watch it. You're gonna be bored out of your mind. Go and watch. Well, honestly, actually, no. Watch Lalo over Rich. If Prancess, I think Prancess ended his stream. Let's see who else is live right now. Hold on.
okay, but think about this. So this is fucking hilarious. So this Ava girl's like, don't watch him. Okay, watch him over Rich. I don't know who the hell that is, but anyway, the point being is like clearly, oh, he's so biased. Cope and seethe. I think I talked to her. What was it, like a long time ago about what politics, and I don't know. It was like a debate, and I don't know. She's misguided, but Lalo is biased, but Lalo is right about everything. It's like a priest is biased towards, obviously God, but he's probably right about virtually everything. So at that point, stating the bias is beside the point, and actually not proving anything at all. So anyway, let's catch up with chat real quick before I finish this little Ava tidbit. See what you did. Wait, yeah, saw what you did there. Switch, says Marcus Clay. Okay. So JT Poker says she didn't say much about you. She was just going to send people to your channel. I don't know why she just didn't raid you. True. Be a Viking, Ava. Come on. Raid me. Eric W says Provo is uncomfortable with 2 women in Vegas. He needs you, Lalo. Why is he gonna be in Vegas? JT Poker says, Lalo, do you think Trump is going to win? Should I place a bet on Trump to win? I'd say yes to both. Edward says, yeah, one is terrifying enough for Prawn. Okay. She's not connected to reality. Who, Ava? Yeah. She's hoping they can probably cheat their way to victory. I don't think she has thought it through to that extent. Edward says, we all believe in you, Lalo. Shh. Come out of your hole. Time to rejoin your family. What a cringe thing to say. Like, aren't you like 50 years old? I'd say grow up, but just like, I don't know, do something funny. Agent K says, Lalo for priest. Also, who is the girl? Question mark. I'm out of the loop. Also, got a P.O. box for the cigars? Oh, okay. Oh yeah. Who's the girl? Ava. Ava is like an acquaintance of mine, I guess, from like, I guess I met her, like over a year ago at this point. Not really important, but the point is that's why. And I was looking at my, there's a tab on YouTube, like you have a homepage, but you also have like people that are live. So I just clicked on one when I went to the bathroom a while ago. Do I have a P.O. box for the cigars? Obviously, I don't have a fucking P.O. box, but you can, how do I want you to connect with me? Should I give you my home address? Probably not. I don't know. Fuck. How should I do this? Look. Agent K. How about this? Comment down below on one of my like actual like regular videos, and I'll figure it out on how you can send me the cigars, because I do want the cigars for sure. But then also like I want the cigars by November 5th, so you got a week to send them. I don't know how that works logistically for you. I don't know where you live. And then Edward. I don't think we can reach you. You're too far gone. Bye, Nino. Typos galore. Guy needs to cut down on the alcohol, probably. The Emperor says Mitt Romney voted to impeach Trump twice. Oh, that's true. But again, Mitt Romney was never like a Trump guy. Polite Rude Guy says Mitt is such a weak leader. Well, yeah, no shit. He's not a leader of anything. But
Because I'm gonna go on Riches in a little bit. Okay, because I want to eat something and I want to smoke. I'm gonna go on that after. Who else is live? John Galt is live, guys. Always a fun guy to support. Always a fun panel to go on to. Rich is live. If you want to get some clips for me. Here's Lalo, guys. 12 watching Lalo.
and like what do you call it? He goes to all these like festivals or whatever the fuck, like pre-screenings for the movies. What's the term? Cinephile? I don't know what the hell it is, but anyway, he's really into the movie, so he's like, oh,
Yes.
this director is like X and Y. I'm like, okay, whatever. Insofar as Christopher Nolan's concerned, for your question though, wish list for next movie. I don't fucking care.
Yeah, if you guys
I
want to
don't know enough about him, like what he directed.
Oh yeah, Faded Bones. I saw that in chat, guys. Go watch Faded Bones. He's a white boy.
It's Faded Bones. What?
He's a white boy that says the N word. If you want to drop the link in the chat, Faded Bones, go check him out. He's been in my chat like the past few streams, and I appreciate that. So, if you want to drop the link, Faded Bones.
This is anticlimactic to
change
say the
personality
least.
like he never met the Thorps? Yeah, I think he's trying to rebrand. White boy, blackface. Yes. Hurry up, Faded Bones. Drop the link. Drop the link.
Why are people so bad at filling out the dead air? I don't know. I feel like I'm better at doing it. But anyway, Edward says in the chat, okay, we tried. Be good, Lalo, and good luck with your endeavors. What a cringe lord thing to say. So out of touch, really. I don't know. How do people get past the age of, like, let's say 25 and just, like, become so awkward? Like, very much, I'd say, I don't know. Very lame. Anyway, Polite Rude Guy says, how many subscribers do I need to go live on YouTube? I don't think you need any subscribers, technically, on your end. Edward says, P.S. Stop taking drugs. You're aging like a banana. That's just, I don't know. Didn't land.
Link. You can't post links? Oh. We'll give the @ to your channel. Because I feel like if you look up Faded Bones, it's not going to come up.
But Dunkirk, the Batman trilogy, and some other stuff, I don't know.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Whoa, buddy.
Let's go out to this.
What the fuck are you playing? Shut up. Okay, here we go. Let's see. So Polite Rudy Guy says, dang, I'm throwing. What does that even mean? Projection on stream is cringe, says Edward. Again, didn't land. Polite Rudy Guy says, well, I'm going to sleep, Nightman. Yeah, I know. This Ava thing was less interesting than I was honestly anticipating. It is midnight. When do I have to wake up tomorrow? Probably Wednesday. I have class at 10 a.m. That's what? Okay. Yeah, I do have to go to sleep pretty soon. But did Ava say anything interesting about me?
Go check it out, guys. All right. Oh, yeah, I can copy and paste it for him. Goodbye. Yeah. And the best and the nicest people alive.
What the fuck was that? Okay, that was awful. Okay, sorry. Okay. I'm torturing my viewers. Sorry. Okay. We got it. We got the message. All right. Go to sleep? Okay. Jesus Christ. Send me a super... Okay. Send me $20 on the stream right now then. Polite Rudy Guy. What the fuck? You're going to tell me when to sleep? I'm 21 years old, bitch. Anyway. All right. Do we have anything else? I have streamed for almost 3 hours. I think I satisfied my... do I call them fans or do I call them, dispersed viewers? Let's see. Let me give you guys 1 or 2 minutes to give final questions. So there you go. Got the timer going on. There we go. What else can I show you? Is there anything else? Rest. Period. That's polite, rude guy. Okay. No, I got your message. 21 says Edward. Yeah. Marcus Clay says that was a kiss on camera that I requested. Nigga. Okay. Well, when I read your comment, that like what does that even refer to? What? The Ember says Mitt Romney begged for Trump's endorsement in 2012. Yeah, I remember that. Lala White says polite rude guy. My fans, they're Lala Whites. That's cringe. Lawlights, cult of Lawlights. I don't know. We'll have to think about that. But yeah, I do remember that endorsement in Nevada. I think Las Vegas 2012 for Romney, a long time ago. Yeah, no, I do remember that. But anyway, we are 1 minute through the timer. Again, you have 1 more minute to give me a final question. Again, it's getting kind of late. I sleep about like 6 hours a night, sorry, and it's been eating at me. Sometimes when you like cut down on your sleep, you oversleep on accident just to compensate. Marcus Clay says when Ava kissed at the end. Okay, what? We need a parasocial closure, says JT Poker. Suffa JT. Imagine your name is JT, but you're not Justin Timberlake. Like, what do you want me to say? Who fucking cares? So, I don't know. I don't know. Do you like Mitt Romney? No, of course not, idiot. But did I ever say that? You think I was sweeping for Mitt Romney? Call your pharmacist to handle life, you odd fuck. This is Edward. What a strange thing to say. Describe the smell, says Eric. Well, my nose is pretty small. Maybe there was no smell. Anyway, Marcus Clay says, that's what I was referencing with my comment. Are you drunk? The kiss on camera? Well, the timing of when you send a chat versus when I read it is not always one to one, obviously. Like, I could be talking about something, and then let's say 7 minutes later, I'll read the comment about something that I said, again, 7 minutes prior. So then when I'm like looking at the basis of the present time, it's not always synced up. And so, you know. All right, so Edward says 21, and then the whale emoji, like laughing. Okay, whatever. Okay, I'll give you guys 1 more minute for questions. 1 more minute. Ooh. Polite rude guy says Lalo Ricans. I'm a Lalo Rican. Okay, a little long-winded. A little long-winded, I'm not gonna lie. But so Edward says, duck, open your eyes, you drugged cringe duck. What? Edward, how about you send a super chat if you're gonna be stupid? JT says, Lalo, bet on Mike Tyson to win the fight against Jake Paul. I knew of that like months ago. I don't know if that's still going on, but I have no idea. NY, what was that? NY Real MD, something like that. Do you plan to get a job in politics after school? Well, it depends if Trump wins, first of all, but yeah, I mean, kind of, it depends. Because I want to be a lawyer first. But then again, I might take a gap year. Okay, so the Emperor says, why does Mitt Romney hate Trump all of a sudden? No, okay, whatever. It's too long-winded. Don't do drugs, this polite rude guy. Insofar as Mitt Romney, I think he hates Trump for a couple reasons. Chief among them being that he, oh my God, this is so long-winded. I don't know. It's getting late. I don't know. Am I low energy or do I just want to be mature about this and sleep? Because if I have to wake up at 8 a.m. All right, anyway. Marcus Clay says, you explained it like I was promoting a cold fusion theory. That smartass comedy is what I love about you. I don't know what the fuck a cold fusion theory is. JT Poker says, November 15th on Netflix, Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. That's like in almost 2 weeks. That's great. Politics Rude Guy says, you can run for a state attorney general. Why would I run for that in particular? Because, he's going to be a lawyer, so he's going to run for state attorney. Okay, fine. Sleep is needed. I know, man. I'm trying to go to sleep, but people are giving me questions, and I'm a victim of it. I don't know. I'm trying to, actually... Also, my NBC interview, I don't have liquids to drink anymore. I'm dry mouthed. I'm a victim. There's nothing in here anymore. So, Fuck. So sorry. So NY says Rob Gavala got out a lot. I don't know who that is, but yeah. What's the easiest position to run for in politics? I'd say, I don't know, like the smallest one that's uncontested. What type of lawyer are you going to be? I'd say defense. Obviously, I can't get more specific than that. Polite Rudy guy says, I can't sleep until you sleep. Please go to sleep. Well, send me $20 and I'll go to sleep right now. I'll end the stream just for you. I'll end the stream right now. $20 super chat. I'll end the stream right now. I promise. Within like a few minutes, I'll end the stream. If you want to be parasocial about it. Marcus Clay says, a complicated theory that's hard to explain that I happen to make up. Okay. I still don't get it. Oh my god. I'm a victim. I need to go to bed. Oh, Jesus. Robert Govia. He has a huge channel on YouTube. Okay. This guy says politics rude guy. Well, you know, just say you're broke. The Emperor says, is city council the easiest position to go for? I wouldn't say so. Marcus Clay says, but anyways, that's my last comment. Time to go to sleep. Good night, everyone. Yawning, go to sleep. Okay. What happened? The light. Oh shit. Okay, I have an external light that's dying. So maybe it's an omen for a bigger message, which is to say to end the stream. But okay, fine. I'll send you a link on X. He's from Arizona, says NY. Okay, well yeah, DM me that on Twitter if that's okay. Okay, I said 1 minute 4 minutes ago. I'll do 1 more minute again. There you go. We're at almost 3 hours. Again, the lighting thing kind of fell flat. It's dying, so let's fix that soon. Insofar as brightness, I don't know. I look dark as hell right now. I'm very sleepy. Yeah, that shit's crazy. Wow. You got an Instagram I'll follow? I don't know. I think that my Instagram is a little private. I don't know if I want to share it, but more super chats and I'll be more likely to do it. Again, very shameless, but college students, we gotta do what we can. But don't end up like Nick Rekieta, lol, like as a lawyer. Well, I can't afford cocaine, so I cannot end up like Nick Rekieta. And yeah, that Nick Rekieta content is so funny to me. All that sort of thing, so funny. But I'm seriously so fucking tired. Like I said, we've gone 2 hours 52 minutes. Seems like PRG has not fallen for the $20 super chat bait, but I would honestly end the stream right now if you did send the 20. So I have nothing else to talk about. I'm going to this. Okay, there we go. Just cleaning some stuff up here on the computer. Just get Biden to forgive your student loan. Well, I don't have student loans really because I have scholarships, but you know, obviously, I have to pay for parking. See, I'm a victim. I need to pay for everything. They had a court the other day and got trolled again in court. It's pretty good if you haven't seen it. Okay, interesting. I don't have the free time to really watch that sort of thing, but I believe you. Okay. Here it is. So here's my plan. I have 16 people watching right now. If you have any more questions, I'll answer it soon. I'll be off camera for 1 minute or two, and we'll see what you guys say. Because again, I don't want to leave anybody hanging. Okay, so polite rude guy says sleep. Okay, fuck. You know what? But since you're telling me to sleep, I don't want to do it. You see this? My camera is literally dying. Not my camera, but like the lighting for it is dying. You know, my lighting is awful. So, okay, here it is. Fine. Last 30 seconds, okay? Last questions. 30 seconds and I will end the stream. Because, like I said, my lighting is literally failing right here. All right. So anyway, good stream again. First time in months that I've had some free time to myself. So I'm like, okay, let's stream. Let's give people what they want. Well, I thank you guys all for viewing the stream. Anybody who liked the stream, I appreciate that a lot. And to be honest, I can't wait for the election to be over for multiple reasons. I think we're going to win. And so the gratification will be exceedingly brilliant and jubilant, is the way I'm going to feel in about a week from now. And so I can't wait. Um, yeah, so anyways, thank you so much for the super chats, guys. Politics Rudy guy says, is that your dorm or campus? Never mind. Yeah, neither. Um, um, the Emperor says, would you say Mitt Romney is a neocon? Basically, but I guess technically not. But anyway, it's too late for that. Oh, fuck, I'm tired. Alright, anyways, for real now. Thank you guys so much for watching me in this late night stream. I'll see y'all on the next one. Adios.